And Samuelson will get there ahead of Kastelik, who heads off to the bench. Group of Bruins had been on the ice for a while here. Again, the long change. They still got three of them at now a minute. Corrali gets off the ice with a minute into his shift. Bouncing puck, and Boston now will bring it out with 8:17 to go to center. Pasternak on the right side. Dahlin stays with him. Pasternak, though, with the puck. Keeps it all the way to the far boards. Tried to go back to the line, and that's stolen. Bruins with two back, and it'll be Dome just playing that one deep. Carried to center by Lowry this time. He'll shoot it in. Puck comes around the boards, and then it's chopped out by the Sabres, where Lowry gets it back again. Quick pass to the line where it's touched by Lindholm. On a delayed call. Allows Buffalo to get the puck, and Boston able also to make some changes. Here comes Dunn down the left side with a shot. And Dunn wins a faceoff there with that shot on goal. Mallenstein and Greenway coming to make sure the draw stays in the Boston zone with the Bruins up 1-0.
I'm John Woyton, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE or go to glbs-inc.com.
Roll the window down. Do you hear that? It's the sound of spring. So bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Honda's family of hybrids and EVs are ready for wherever spring takes you. Check out the all-electric Honda Prologue, CR-V Hybrid, Accord Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand.
For great deals, visit your local Upstate Honda dealer today.
Based on 2025 Consumer Choice Awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit kbb.com for more information.
Buffalo Sabres hockey is being brought to you by Upstate Honda dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today. By Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. By Verizon. Powered by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store to check out the latest deal. By Level Financial Advisors. Helping you retire better. Visit levelfa.com. By Blue Star Home Services. Your heating and cooling experts. Get started at bluestarhs.com. And by UPS Stores. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Who led the Sabres in points in their last playoff series? That was against the Flyers back in 2011. Who led them in points? We just had a former voice of the Erie Otters up here in Mark Jeanneret. Former Erie Otter that Mark called many of his games, scored the last Sabres goal of the playoffs, waiting for that next goal to happen here. It was Brad Boyes on a power play from Derek Roy and Tyler Myers in that same playoff year. Here's Tage Thompson.
Penalty
Krebs
coming
has gone
here.
to the net. Thompson draws the penalty. Sabres high in the zone with the goaltender gone to the bench and Lukin. And there's a shot. Swayman the save. And now the puck will be touched by Boston. And Buffalo is going back to the power play.
Yeah, be the third opportunity here. Peaks going to the box. And this is just a product of the pressure the Sabres have been able to have here in the offensive zone. This would be called over. Tage Thompson grabbing onto him. And so the Sabres have a third opportunity here on the power play in this game. Time to capitalize.
Face-off will be to the right of Swayman, who has been good on all 24 shots that have made it to the Boston net so far. There have been some rebounds, and the Sabres have been crashing the net, looking for anything they can get their stick on. Right off the draw, a chance to clear it down the ice, and Husnudinov does just that. Thompson, Dahlin, Norris, Quinn, and Zucker. With Dahlin carrying it up, he'll drop it back, and Quinn looking to gain the line. Good speed to get to his own chip in down to the corner, but it's taken away by Hampus Lindholm. Sabres trying to keep it in at the line. Tight quarters there. And it'll be chipped down the ice by Lindholm, and Sabres will start from behind their own net. Matthias Samuelsson, during the pregame show on the bench, told us tonight, don't get bored with playing the right way. Boston is going to make it tough. The truth is right in front of us right now, and the Sabres can't let it deter them, Rob.
No, you just got to stick with your game here. Just keep playing and have faith that, the same structure you've had all season long will work here if you just stay with it here going down the stretch here in the second half.
Puck fired in. Zucker over on the far wall. He and Zadorov battle for it. Kastelik, strong play up the wall, and he'll chip it down the ice and then go to the Boston bench. So this power play is quickly expiring. 39 seconds left in it. Rasmus Dahlin, we've seen him go end-to-end this year, but not this time. A deep drop is there for Buffalo. They're going to gain the line with Benson. Puck battle now. Zadorov against Tuck. Comes out. Up top for Byram. For Alex Tuck. Cross ice pass off a stick and stays in play. 10 seconds to go in the power play as the Bruins clear it all the way down the ice. And look out here as Alex Tuck gets to that puck just in time. So the Bruins penalty kill got their job done, and the Sabres remain down 1-0. They've been great 5-on-5. Here's McLeod from the corner in front. Oh, looking for Benson at the back door. Bruins to center. Puck fired in by Geekie. Luukkonen heard to leave it, so he does. And now the Sabres, that pass off the skate of Greenway, and Byram plays it back. Greenway, good support. He'll gain the Boston line to the wing for Allenstein. For Greenway in behind the net. One hand on the stick. Down comes Logan Stanley. Behind the net, it's Allenstein. Sweeps in front. Now Greenway with it. He sends one to the front of the net, and it's gloved down by Swayman. He holds on. And the Sabres with bodies all over the front of the Bruins net all night long, but it remains 1-0 Boston.
Cha-cha's got you. If you've been injured, don't you worry, Cha-cha's got you.
This is Dan Cha-cha. Accidents happen when you least expect them, but when they do, you need a team that fights for you. At Dan Cha-cha Injury Attorneys, we're dedicated to getting you the compensation you deserve. Whether it's a car accident, a workplace injury, or trip and fall, we've got your back. Don't worry, Cha-cha's got you. Call Dan Cha-cha Injury Attorneys today for a free consultation.
Don't you worry, Cha-cha's got you.
Call 648-3030.
If you see a garage door ad offering a $29 service call, be careful. Hi, this is Jen Kuhn from Hamburg Overhead Door. We've been hearing from homeowners across Western New York who thought they were calling a local company only to end up with out-of-town dispatchers, inflated prices, and unnecessary repairs. Before you book, make sure you're working with a real local company you can trust. At Hamburg Overhead Door, we've been serving this community for decades with honest, upfront service. Call 649-3600 or visit hamburgdoor.com.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Oh, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at nhl.com/bracket.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
The Bruins hang on to a 1-0 lead on Geekie's goal back in the first period of play. Tonight's Verizon reliable performers highlight the three Sabres who averaged at least 1 point per game played against the Boston Bruins this season. They being Taves Thompson, Matthias Samuelsson, Razor, and Jason Zucker.
Yeah, and all those guys are going to be a big part of this one, too. Zucker get one call back here. Taves Thompson's is putting everything he can to the net here. Matthias Samuelsson, highly physical in this game, but getting up in the play as well. So, not changing the game at all from regular season, carrying it over here, being even more intense here in playoffs. So they will all be a big part.
Connor Timmins has thrown 4 pucks that have made their way towards the Boston net and forced a save by Swayman. Tage Thompson as well. Face off the Boston zone, and Pasternak just gets his stick on it enough that it gets outside the line. Sabres will shoot it in. Aspero in behind the net for McAvoy. Plays that one before the oncoming pressure by Doan. Now Pasternak with one man back directly. Samuelsson had support there with Benson behind him, so he could be a little bit aggressive on the step there by Pasternak. Rasmus Dahlin will lift it down to the corner. Aspero hit by Norris down to the ice. Samuelsson comes down the wall to keep it in. Step up by Benson. That puck gets by him. 3:49 remaining in the second period. A one-goal game. Just one in the game. Here's Rasmus Dahlin. Bank pass. Lovely. Onto the wing. Thompson with a shot. Rebound off the pad of Swayman. Picked up by Arvidsson. And he'll skate into daylight for Boston to the Sabres line before he plays it to the wing. Arvidsson behind the net. Along with Zacha against Power. Thompson down low to help out. He's leaning on Zacha. Now the puck comes to the corner and it's clear but not out. Bruins, corner play, try to get it in front. Diving play to clear that one. Here's a shot and Luukkonen comes out to challenge. First sustained in-zone pressure by the Bruins here, and Luukkonen just kicks that one away. Zacha comes out of the corner with it. Zacha to the net, looking again, backdoor for Arvidsson. Just out of his reach. Here's Krebs into the Boston zone. Here's a pass from Alex Tuch that comes outside the zone. And the Sabres reset on their side of center all the way back into the Buffalo zone.
Yeah, that middle's really being taken away. I think they got to start launching a few shots here towards the net from a little bit higher. They got guys there. Start putting a few to that.
Puck played around by Hagens into the corner. Stanley reaching for it, but he's covered. And the Bruins come in. Minton with a shot. That's blocked. What a block that was. Great play by Quinn. Sabres at center with McLeod. Unable to reach it. Boston quick up. Left side on the entry. Usnadinov. Stanley in the corner. Can't play it up the wall and out. Comes back to Stanley again, and he'll flip this one this time. Outside the Sabres zone. That pass goes off the curved glass of the Buffalo bench, so it's out of play, and we get a whistle. Buffalo Sabres playoff hockey is proudly sponsored in part by Highmark, Tops Markets, and Neutral.
Well, don't forget your 50-50 tickets here. You got till the end of the second intermission to collect them. It's at $269,698 right now. Guaranteed it's going to go to $300,000. So if you want to take the week off work, get yourself a ticket. You might be able to have a holiday.
The week? How much money do you make?
Oh, it doesn't matter what I make. It's what the wife spends.
Again, you can get your tickets online. Sabres.com/5050 anywhere in New York State. 1:35 to go in the second period. Puck dumped into the Buffalo zone. Rasmus Dahlin goes back after it behind the net. Greenway flips one up. Wallenstein trying to turn with it. Boston stepping up this time and getting it to the Sabres line. Down the wall, Kastelik against Dahlin. He sidesteps an oncoming hit there from Jeannot. Sabres taking care of business behind the net, but it's kept in by McAvoy. This is Jeannot on the far wall. Glass is rattling with this group out on the ice. Just under a minute to go in the second. Jeannot brings the puck high for Kastelik. Rasmus Dahlin stays on that inside hip. Gets some help. Bruins, work it up for Aspero. Fakes the shot. Now he'll fire that one, and that is blocked. And despite the block, Wallenstein off, trying to get over center for the pass. And we get a hand pass called by the referee.
And Wallenstein and McAvoy. If you're going to target guys, you got to target the right guys, and McAvoy is one of those guys.
And they had a good talk about things.
Yeah, here's the shot right here. Wallenstein goes down, as he always does, and pays a huge price. Able to keep that one from getting through to the net.
5 blocks from Wallenstein in this game. Face-off just outside the Boston zone, won by the Bruins, but a race for it now as Peak didn't handle it cleanly, and it's kept in by Buffalo with 30 seconds. Trying to find a lane. Power holds it, takes the shot, didn't get it through. He stays with it. Behind the net for Benson. 20 seconds left in the period. Second period, down 1-0. Benson for Norris. To the net, that took a redirection in front. 14 seconds to go. Big hit, Zadorov. Down below the goal line.
On Doan.
But Doan gets right back up, and he's got the puck with 6 seconds. Doan to the far circle. Shot! And that one, Swayman stops, and then in front of the net, we get more. Lindholm is going to ignore Zach Benson for now, and Geekie comes in.
Yeah, we'll take a look at this hit. Zadorov. That's on Doan, but just watch here. He's going to play it, takes the hit. Okay, the puck's moving. He gets right back up, gets in the play, and they regain control of the puck. So you're talking about paying a price right there. Donor paid the price, and the Sabres able to maintain possession in the zone. So they don't hurt quite as bad. Sometimes they look a lot worse than what they are, and Lenny Ruff has got UPL coming to the bench here. You got 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Face-off in Boston zone. They pulled the goaltender for the extra man.
All right. Well, Husnudinov, of course, was nailed by Samuelson early in the game. Sabres do win the draw. Thompson at the horn. Shot goes off the body and wide, and then...
Yeah, just deflected, yeah. As he was taking the shot, he had to reach out, get over there, get his body turned to get this one off. Not enough time to really get it through. But hey, another strong period by the Sabres. Thought they played pretty well here. They come out, they kind of dominated the play here in this second period. They got to carry that roll over into the third period here, and they will be rewarded. Boston still only sitting with 13 shots.
Northtown Automobile.
All right, thank you very much, Dan and Rob. Sabres continuing to put on pressure, but unable to beat Jeremy Swayman as of this moment. It's still a 1-0 lead for the Boston Bruins. Morgan Geekie's goal back of the first is still the lone goal of this hockey game. All right, when we come back, we'll get the intermission report underway. Paul Hamilton is going to join me live here on the press box. After 40 minutes, Bruins 1, Sabres nothing in Game 1 here at the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. We're back with the intermission report live at KeyBank Center on Buffalo Sabres Radio.
Your home is a legacy to be proud of. And this spring, Stellar is putting the power play in your hands. Score $1,800 off your home exterior project or enjoy 18 months with no payments. At Stellar, we defend your home with quality materials and service built on a reputation you can count on. Don't let the season slip by. Call us today to schedule your free estimate.
320-7663. Stellar Roofing. What's your outlet?
Score a hat trick of savings at Outlet Liquor. Buy any wine or champagne priced at $13.99 or less and build your own sale. Buy 3 to 5 bottles for $1 off each one. That's your hat trick. Want a power play? Grab 6 bottles or more and savings jump to $2 off per bottle. Fill a 12-bottle case and save $24. Mix and match hundreds of brands. Bottle bundle deals only at the place to buy a case. Outlet Liquor, official partner of the Buffalo Sabres.
What's your outlet?
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank, for what's next.
Spring has sprung at Raylax Honda during the Honda Spring Event. Choose from our large selection of nearly 200 new Hondas in inventory, as well as pre-owned Honda vehicles to fit just about any budget. Take advantage of great lease options or low interest rate financing on your favorite new Honda models. Raylax. We got this at Raylax Honda, 3590 Southwestern Boulevard and RaylaxHonda.com. Relax. It's the Honda Spring Event going on now at Raylax Honda. All financing on approved credit.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rates reserved.
The radio home of your Atlantic Division champion Buffalo Sabres. We are through 40 minutes of hockey. Live from KeyBank Center. Here's your host, Brian Koziol.
Welcome back to KeyBank Center, Game 1 of the best of 7 between the Bruins and the Sabres. We're 2 periods in the books, and Boston still with the 1-0 lead. As we welcome you here to the press box, I'm Brian Koziol. Thanks for being with us. Morgan Geeky's goal back at 10:52 of period 1 is still the lone tally in this hockey game. Now the Bruins, despite being outshot heavily, have that lead here after 40 minutes of play. Time for our second period stats, brought to you by Level Financial Advisors, helping you retire better. Visit levelfa.com. Well, the shots now in the game are up to 27-13 in favor of the Sabres. It was 13-4 in that period. The shot attempts are 46-33 in favor of the Sabres. Swayman has been excellent. 27 shots, 27 saves. Luukkonen's been very good, too. He's only faced 13 shots, though. Has 12 saves. A couple of breakaway saves on Pasternak in that period has gotten it done there. Buffalo's power play not been good. 3 opportunities. They're 0 for 3. The Bruins 0 of 2. All right, there are your stats. Paul Hamilton is with us now. He get his thoughts here after 40 minutes. Paul, let's talk about the goose egg on the scoreboard here. Jeremy Swayman obviously is on his game tonight. What else do you need from Buffalo's offense here?
I need to see them get the puck to the net a little bit more. There were a couple times that the Sabres had 2 or 3 guys there, and they didn't get the puck to the net. I need to find out where Tage Thompson and Josh Norris are. Neither one have shown up in this game. They just haven't. I think Boston has done a phenomenal job of taking the 2 of them out of this game. Other than that, I think the Sabres have actually played pretty well. And the thing that we talked about is Swayman. I mean, as I said, if there was one way the Bruins can beat the Sabres, it's Swayman. And he certainly has lived up to that and done that. He's made some great saves. Now, so has Luukkonen. I mean, he faced 4 shots. 3 of them were off breakaways, of 2 breakaways by Pasternak. He had the 1 breakaway, great save, and then the other one, great save, and the rebound. So that's 3 of the 4 shots right there. So, Luukkonen has done his work too, but the Sabres absolutely need more out of Thompson and Norris.
2 opportunities with the man advantage in that period, Paul. 1 to start the period. Zacha went for holding right away, and then Peake goes for holding late. The second power play, they really even had trouble getting it set up before they could even do anything with it.
Yeah, the first power play I liked a lot. I think they moved the puck around. Quinn got 1 to Zucker for a great chance. They had some chances. The other 2, nothing. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Jack Quinn bringing the puck up. Obviously, Lindy Ruff is, because that's what one of their strategies is, to have him bring the puck up. I just don't think he's a good enough stick handler to get the puck in and get the thing set up and going. But that's what they seem to be doing. And 2 out of the 3 power plays. And what's the other thing we talked about? Swayman and making the Bruins pay by taking penalties. They've taken 3 of them, and the Sabres have, other than the first power play, haven't even come close to making them pay.
And not that we know for sure, but usually come third period in these playoff games, Paul, it's going to take even more to get a call. So who knows? You might even be done with your opportunities 5-on-4.
Yeah, you absolutely might be. We know how it's called in the playoffs. Now, the Bruins will do stupid things at times, and will they do things that are stupid enough to make a referee call a penalty? We'll have to wait and see.
We talked about the physicality play. We know Marco Sturm talked about the Bruins being bigger and stronger. The Sabres on the official score sheet have out-hit the Bruins 36-28. Samuelsson has 8 hits. He's definitely been noticeable with his physical play.
Yeah, the Bruins haven't brought that. And Sturm was talking about that was basically the only way they were going to win, is to bring a physical game, and I don't think they've done that.
Go ahead.
But they've gotten good goaltending. They got one timely goal, and that's all they've needed. But I think the Sabres have carried the physical play.
Tuck has 6 hits, Malenstein 8. Malenstein doing it again with hits and block shots. He's playing his game. The fourth line had a really good shift there with about 5 minutes to go in the first period.
I like Dunn in this game. I haven't liked his play since he's been hurt and come back, but he looks like the Dunn we saw before he got hurt in this game.
Yeah. All right, as we shift ahead to the third here, Paul, what else do you need to change here? If you're Buffalo, I know individually you said you need more from Thompson and Norris, but on the back end, I think they're doing a good job of defending. What do you see on the offensive side? Obviously, they're going to need at least one here.
I realize they have 27 shots. They're on a pace for 40, but they got to get some pucks to the net at the right times. I mean, there have been a lot of saves that Swayman has easily seen and caught where there's been no screen or anything like that, so they got to get some more bodies there so they can get some pucks there and start going with that.
Paul, while I got you, let's do the injury report brought to you by Hamburg Overhead Doors. Your garage door injured, call the experts at Hamburg Overhead Door to get your door healthy again. What's the latest with Oslin and Carrick?
Carrick, we probably can stop asking about.
You don't think he's going to be available for the playoffs?
I don't think we'll see him again.
Yeah.
And if you do, it's going to be a long time. So we don't ask about Carrick. It's until we see him.
Yeah.
I don't even see him around. I saw him up here once, but as far as Oslin goes, I think he's just about ready. Like if somebody were to get hurt tonight, I think he probably would be ready to jump back in. So he is right on the cusp of coming back.
Okay, there's your injury report. Thank you, Paul.
Yep.
All right, we'll hear from Paul on the post-game show and in the locker room as well with the Sabres trailing right now 1-0. Okay, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get you the scores from around the league. Our score here, Bruins 1, Sabres 0 through 40 minutes. This is Buffalo Sabres Radio.
What sets us apart from other advisors is our white glove, proactive approach to customer service, frankly.
Michael Hebern, Chief Operating Officer, Level Financial Advisors.
People have entrusted us to manage their assets and financial outcomes, and that's something that we hold sacred here.
Level Financial Advisors experience can help you implement your financial plan for a successful retirement. Call or text now 727-5047. That's 727-5047.
If you've crossed the border with a conviction on your record, consider yourself lucky.
Jamie Fiegel of Fiegel Car and Joyce.
Whether it's a DWI, drug charge, or any other conviction, Canada doesn't forget. Eventually, you'll get stopped. Don't risk your reputation or your business. I can help, because next time, it's not luck, it's a red flag.
Make the right choice. Call Fiegel Car and Joyce at 810-2121 or visit yourborderattorneys.com.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all way day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair. And all up to 80% off during Wayday. Shop Wayfair's Wayday from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
What a play there by Benson. Stick came up, no call. Referee in the corner with no call. Meanwhile, Pasternak again. Saved by Luukkonen for the second time in the game. On a breakaway, Luukkonen has the answer on 88.
Yeah, he stopped Pasternak twice in that period. The second one, even a more clear breakaway, and he came up big. Luukkonen has 12 saves, trying to keep the Sabres alive as they trail the Bruins 1-0. As we welcome you back here to the Intermission Report. Hey, we want to welcome a new partner to the Buffalo Sabres broadcast. It's Buffalo Law, and they are going to be giving us the game changer in each and every one of our post-game shows. Possible potential game changer tonight? Well, it's the guy wearing number 1 for the Bruins. Jeremy Swayman has been the best player on the ice so far, has stymied Buffalo. He has yet to give up a goal in this tally. The game changer presented by Buffalo Law. When one moment changes everything, choose the right team. Visit buffalolaw.com. All right, scoreboard time. Drive Around the League brought to you by AAA, the official partner of the Buffalo Sabres. Back to Jonathan for the scoreboard.
Thank you, Brian. We're going to start in Tampa, where the first game of the Round 1 playoffs going to overtime. Canadians taking this one 4-3 over the Lightning. Juraj Slafkovsky getting a hat trick in that one. All 3 of his goals on the power play. The game winner also on the power play in overtime. Avalanche beating the Kings 2-1 earlier today. And a 10 o'clock puck drop tonight between the Golden Knights and Mammoth out in Las Vegas. Rochester Amherst, they needed 1 point today to clinch a playoff spot. They got it. They fell in overtime 5-4, but they get the point they needed. Their first round matchup against the Toronto Marlies will start Wednesday, April 22nd at 7 o'clock in Toronto for that first round playoff. That is a 3-game series. NBA playoffs tonight, we have 3 games done already. Pistons hosting the Magic. Orlando taking that game 112-101. Thunder all over the Suns, 119-84. And the Celtics beating up on the 76ers, 123-91. Currently late in the first, it's the Spurs and Trailblazers in San Antonio. The Spurs up 24-17 there. Bisons today, they fell to Rochester 6-4 down the road, down the 90. They have the day off tomorrow. They will take on Columbus at home on Tuesday evening at 6:05. Brian, back to you.
All right, thank you very much. When it's over, we'll talk on the post game. We'll see, though, if the Sabres can get on the board. They're still looking for their first goal. It's 1-0 Bruins as the third period is set. We'll take a timeout. It'll be Dan Dunleavy and Rob Ray on the other side. I'm Brian Koziel. Thanks for listening. This is the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
One team, one goal. To beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892-LAKE or go to glbs-inc.com. Western New York golfers, listen up. Get ready for an epic season on the greens without draining your wallet. WGR has scored you a hole-in-one deal with the brand new 2026 WGR VIP golf cart. For just one incredibly low price of $129, you unlock a season of premier golfing adventures. Play around at the picturesque Shorewood Country Club, conquer the greens at Shamrock Hills, and tackle the legendary 10th hole at Attica. Keep the fun going with unique experiences like the thrill of night golf at Bobolink, Buffalo's only nighttime golf facility. And keep your swing razor sharp indoors at the Golf Dojo. Then get ready for a challenge you won't forget at Destroyer Golf. New for 2026, every round ends better than it began. Enjoy a bite and drink after your game with their 19th hole sponsor, 1812 Tavern. Plus, you can stock up on all your gear with exclusive deals at Rick Zurek Golf, Transit at Genesee in Lancaster. That's 8 incredible golf and entertainment experiences for only $129. But hurry, this is a limited offer. Get all the details and purchase your WGR VIP golf card today at GetMyPerks.com. That's GetMyPerks.com.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
And away we go with period number 3, game number 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And the Sabres need one to level the score and to keep Boston off the sheet from here on in. Alex Tuch, along with Krebs, getting the play deep into the Boston zone. Tage Thompson trying to free it up, and he does. And the Bruins, though, keep you occupied. All 3 forwards there down low in the zone. And Zacha skates it out. He'll keep possession at the line. Opens up a lane with a shot. Looking far post with that one. It comes out the far side. And now Buffalo with Tuch at center. Couldn't make much of that play, and McAvoy gets it back for the Bruins. Shoots it in behind the Sabres goal. Pasternak is on it. Good play by Byram. Bruins get it back to the line. Zadorov to the far point for a shot. Look out over at this near side. It's just played away from the stick of Geekie. Bruins from the far point. Step up there by Zucker at the line. In front off the post by Geekie. Rebound, they score. The follow-up on the play by Lindholm. And the Boston Bruins score 1:08 into this third period, and they lead it 2-0.
Yeah, not the start you were really looking for here, but it's still fine. Here, they get it in deep. You know, Pasternak feeding this one to the front of the net, and 2 opportunities at it. You got guys just, they got a little better awareness of where guys are. Right there, Power's trying to cut that side off. Whether McLeod drops down and takes Geekie there is... You see Power trying to cut that pass off coming from below the goal line. He's anticipating that it's coming out there. It gets through him. That's where that forward's got to drop down and find that extra man that's coming in. Have a little head on your swivel and find them coming in over your shoulders. You just can't get fixated on the puck.
Lindholm with the goal. And the Bruins right back into the Buffalo zone. That shot stopped by Luukkonen. As Minton threw that one towards the net, and now it's lifted out towards center ice. But Boston stepping up. Husnadinov trying to go to the middle of the ice. That's knocked down by Buffalo. Lindholm from Geekie and Pasternak, who is 2 assists in this game. A couple of breakaways, as we just talked about, both stopped by Luukkonen. 1:08, time of the goal. Both goals for Boston at even strength. Alex Tuch behind the net.
And Tage Thompson lost a blade out there. He worked his way over to the bench, though.
Sabres throw the puck up the ice, and that's an icing call against Buffalo.
Yeah, Georgie Babcock going to do his best to get that blade fixed, but there's Tage goes against the wall there, and you see the blade fall right out. He had to work his way all the way across. Nice job there. Good thing he's so tall he can lunge a long distance and covers a lot of ground quick.
Face off to the left of Luukkonen. Sabres going with, in this moment anyway, for this draw, done. We've got Krebs out there as well. And it'll be done against Lindholm With the linesman still having a conversation out here with Rasmus Dahlin. First attempt at getting this down and started. Didn't work. Second attempt. Quick shot is blocked. Sabres now will make their way up towards center. Dunn muscles that puck towards Swayman. Down comes Samuelsson into the corner. Puck behind the Boston net of the Bruins for Pasternak. He'll play it to center. Lindholm drops it for Geekie. Geekie's hit into the boards hard. Dahlin took a hit there from Pasternak.
Penalty coming here to the Bruins.
Boston touching the puck inside the zone of slash. The DNA or the evidence was on the ice.
Yeah, and I think it's David Pasternak that's going to get assessed this one down in the corner. Down by the hash marks here, they come together. As the puck comes along here, he keeps it alive. He reverse hits Dahlin, and then he comes down over the top and whacks the stick out of Dunn's hands, and that is going to be your slashing call. So the Sabres going back to the power play here. 0 for 3 so far in this game, 7 shots generated.
Face off to the right of the Boston net. And they've got to find a way to take the eyes away, I would think, from Jeremy Swayman.
I think it's just, I know you got 27 shots, but just keep getting shots to the net here with bodies. We see it all the time. You got to find a way. He's in a groove.
Yeah.
And the only way you're going to get it is redirections, rebounds.
Or just make sure he can't see it. Get somebody there. Back to the line. That is cut off by Boston and cleared down the ice. And it's not been a fun ride with the man advantage so far tonight for Buffalo. And give the Bruins credit. The Sabres need to find a way through this puzzle as Dahlin to the line. It'll be Zucker who just shoots it in behind the net. Swayman plays it for McAvoy. His clearing attempt does not get up and out. Play off the wall in the middle of the ice, and there's nobody there for Buffalo, and the Bruins will easily play that one down the ice. Hampus Lindholm.
Yeah, they got to start coming up with a few of those free pucks down there. They got to start winning a few battles, getting 2 guys on the puck. Can't just expect one to come up with it here. The Bruins are doing a good job getting numbers close to the puck. When it does come loose, it's going 200 feet.
Second power play unit out for Buffalo. Byram at the line. Nice play. Near circle. McLeod takes the shot. There is a rebound, but it's cleared by the Bruins again. 42 seconds left in the man advantage as Bowen Byram in the Buffalo zone. Up towards center. Has it swept off his stick. And the Sabres will have McLeod take care of this puck. Quick burst to the line for Alex Tuch. Reaching for that puck to the far wall. Turns high with it. Bowen Byram at the line for Benson on the wall right side. You've got Doan in front. Benson near circle. Now you've got Tuch in front of the net. Byram far circle. No shot there. 8 to go in the man advantage. Byram with a shot. And again, Swayman, he sees it all the way.
Yeah, Bowen Byram's going to get that shot off the off wing over there. But Alex Tuch had slid off to the side of the net, maybe looking for something coming through. And as soon as it goes across, you got to go right back to it. McLeod's dropping out down in the corner, giving him an out. And he decides to take the shot, but you see it's a pretty clear shot coming through, and he's able to handle it. With the exception of Zadorov in front of him, that's all he had to den with.
You kind of tell by Alex's reaction, too, that you're right. He kind of slid to a spot where he was hoping maybe that would have been a hard pass to that area of the ice. But again, you're not being too picky right now. You're just trying to get pucks at the net. 15-10 to go. Third period, 2-0 Bruins. Sabres get it into the Boston zone, and that'll be cleared. Lindholm goes to the bench without his stick. And he will get one now as we get a timeout. Sabres fans, are you looking to stay locked in with all things Sabres during the playoffs? Well, you can keep tabs on content, promotions, and more with the Playoff Central Hub. Visit sabres.com/playoffs, and you won't miss a thing.
Did I lie about the 50-50 over 300? 392. 392,391. The 50-50 ended at.
I'll give you some credit for that.
Yeah, you should. I'm good with numbers.
I mean, over 300 You could have said close to 4, but I'll give you the over 300. Sabres work it back for Dahlin. Shot's not there. He carries it for a shot. They'll keep in here. There's a blast, and that one goes off Zucker. Feeling that one on the hand. I don't know if the puck hit him there, Rob, or if he got his hand tied up with a defenseman in front, but Zucker still.
And Dahlin's just got hit along the wall, too. And I think it's just his visor might have caught him up. Not sure, but yeah, Zucker going to the bench. Let's see, kind of holding that left arm a little bit. And it doesn't seem like he's demanding any attention. And that shot right there goes off him. He gives the left hand a shake.
They're going to drop this puck at center ice here as we get restarted with Zucker on the bench. Right beside Razor.
I'll take care of him. Tape an aspirin to it. Ready to go.
Stanley shoots it in. Aspro didn't get all of that clearing attempt, but McAvoy there to help out. Puck comes free. Back to the line. Thompson with a shot. That's blocked. Now tuck in behind the net. Battling McAvoy. Aspro with the puck. Bank it off the boards to center. Tage Thompson almost got a piece of it. Boston onside at the line here in the Buffalo zone. Logan Stanley up ahead for Peyton Krebs. That pass off the skate of Arvidsson. And the Bruins will dump it deep in their own end. And both teams will take a change here as Boston will carry it up towards center. McAvoy shoots it in. Hagen's there for Boston, able to keep it in. Puck behind the net. Power navigating his way out. Pass straight up the middle of the ice for Byram. He'll leave it for Doan with a shot. Under the pad of Swayman. Just enough. He is able to hold on and make that save. But that wasn't the cleanest. But he got enough of it to keep this score at 2-0 Bruins in the third.
One team, one goal. To beat cancer together. Roswell Park Comprehensive Cancer Center is proud to celebrate the Buffalo Sabres on their run through the Stanley Cup playoffs and over 10 years of their partnership as the official comprehensive cancer care provider of the Buffalo Sabres. Together, they're making a difference beyond the ice, bringing cancer awareness, education, and early detection to local communities. Learn more at roswellpark.org/onegoal.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Buffalo, the time has come for playoff hockey, and Lenco has the products and discounts that feel like an absolute power play. Break away to any one of our 3 Western New York locations and get low prices on Velux skylights, now with standard solar-powered shades. With pre-installed solar power, they work even when you're shorthanded. Shop for Velux skylights and more when you visit in-store or online at lenco.supplies.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Welcome back, Cadillac Trivia. Question and answer time. Who led the Sabres in points in their last playoff series, Razor versus Philadelphia in 2011?
I go Tyler Ennis.
That answer would be wrong.
I expected it to.
Marc-Andre
Grignani. Yep. 7 points in 7 games, yeah.
From Montreal, third-round pick of the Sabres.
Yeah, Lindy on the bench. He was really hyping the guys up there, and he had the whiteboard out there really trying to show the guys what he wanted and what he's seeing there and trying to pass it on to him, but he's really trying to push some buttons here to try to get them rolling here a little bit and find some offense.
That's offside at the Boston line. I mean, everything you're seeing from Boston is what you expected. So it's not as if they've thrown something at you that you weren't ready for. And I'm sure that's part of the message from Lindy is, look, you knew it was going to be this way, and we talked about it. So
well, it did seem like they got that first goal, and then they've just defended. They've defended, and they've done a good job of it here. So, when they're maybe taken away from their offense a little bit because they're so concerned about getting back in the defensive mode, and they're really clogging up the neutral zone here. The Sabres having a hard time rolling through the neutral zone with any type of speed. It's almost like a dump and chase game now. You got to get down to it and keep it simple and get guys on top of the puck, but you got to win some battles here along the way too. In the second period, they were able to come up with a lot of those pucks. Spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, not able to capitalize, obviously, but still just getting away from it a little bit here in the third period.
Yeah, just those 2 moments for Boston in the game. Everywhere else, I mean, it's not as if one team has a distinct advantage.
No.
Face off to the left of Luukkonen. Boston with a shot that is quickly blown down. So we get a chance to remind you that Buffalo Sabres playoff hockey is proudly sponsored in part by Highmark, Tops Markets, and Neutral. Face-off stays to Luukkonen's left. Sabres up to 41 hits in this game to the Bruins 33. There have been moments of great physicality, a couple of good stand-up hits, one by each team. Pretty even across the board. These teams have come to play here tonight. And right now it's the Bruins with the upper hand as Bo Byram stands behind the net for Buffalo. And the Sabres can't handle that first pass out. And now it's ahead to Husnudinov. He's got a bit of a lane here. Husnudinov stopped by Luukkonen. Into the corner. Corrali will play it around, and Lohrei steps up. Corrali trying to center. As the play out of the corner, Byram sidesteps. Kastelik coming down for a hit. Spun him into the ice a little bit. And the Sabres now will gain the line. Power shoots it into the Boston zone. Bruins first to the puck there as the Sabres are just finishing a change. And now behind the net, this is Rasmus Dahlin. We'll see what happens with the Sabres bench as far as who sees a ton of ice time here in this period. Trying to get it back to a one-goal game. Dahlin high, takes the shot. That hit traffic in front. Down to the corner. Mattias Samuelsson. Norris down there as well. Boston will come up with a puck. And now Jeannot will go rink wide for Lohrei. Here's Kastelik. Tracked by Dahlin to the far wall. Kastelik falls down, and now the Sabres at center able to fight possession back again. Here's Alex Tuch with a shot, and that will come out the far side. Buffalo need to keep in here, but they can't. But possession held on to by Krebs. Tage Thompson didn't get all of that pass, trying to feed it through for Krebs going towards the net. Boston, little chip and chase. Timmins quickly moves it up. Sabres with 3 to center. 4 Bruins are back, though. Alex Tuch and Tage Thompson. Puck eludes both of them. And then Pasternak ties up Timmins. And the Sabres force back inside their own line. Both teams changing, and Stanley waiting for his first and best option. And that one goes off the body. So no icing on the plate. Now Greenway with Malenstein racing after it in the corner. Nice play. Malenstein catches up to the puck. Sweeps it to the net. That goes just wide short side on Swayman. Bowen Byram steps up this time on Arvidsson. Puck comes free. Byram steps up for the pile. Quick shot save. Swayman got a pat on that one.
Yeah, Greenway was all by himself in front of the net. Swayman's arguing. Greener's just backing his backside into him. And that fourth line doing a good job of just throwing pucks to the net from all different angles. And that's what you got to do here.
Greenway again knocks his man down behind the net. Here's Dunn. Forced to the corner from Malenstein. Down from the point comes Power. He'll play it down to the corner. And then we're past the halfway mark of this third period. Boston will come up with a puck. And you're on the road up 2-0. You're okay with play staying on the wall like the Bruins have it happening right now. Sabres with the puck up to center. It'll be flipped in. McAvoy first. That goes off a skate of Quinn. He's got Zucker down below the goal line. McLeod unable to knock that one down out of midair. And back after it, Samuelsson under pressure from Pasternak. Clear up the wall, gets out of the zone. McAvoy with it. Now Aspero. As the Bruins reset inside their zone. Buffalo finishing a change here with 9:07 to go in this third period. 29 shots for the Sabres, 17 for the Bruins, who are okay with getting booed on the road here. Just hanging on to the puck. Sabres need possession, and they have it. Here's Doan with a shot, and Swayman makes the save. And then he's run into as the play goes to the net.
It's not a time to take a penalty here.
I can only imagine that conversation from Zadorov towards Doan. Sabres down 2-0. Still time to go. 8:50 remaining in the third as they try to get to Swayman and the Bruins.
It's post time. The Kentucky Derby is Saturday, May 2nd. Advanced wagering's available on May 1st. Be sure to watch, wager, and win at your local OTB or EasyBet or online at BataviaBets.com. Visit WesternOTB.com for a location near you. You can also check out the Derby parties at Batavia Downs Gaming. See their Facebook page for details. That's the Kentucky Derby, Saturday, May 2nd at OTB and
Batavia Downs. Win more, lots more.
Ever open your utility bill and wonder, how is it this high? Blue Star Home Services knows you can't control surging utility rates, but you can control your home's invisible leak. 8 out of 10 homes aren't properly insulated. Is yours one of them? Quietly costing you more than it should every month? As Western New York's home comfort and insulation experts, Blue Star keeps homes cozy in the winter and cool in the summer. Their comfort solutions can cut your energy bills up to 40%. Blue Star Home Services. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can measure. Visit BlueStarHS.com.
Buffalo Sabres hockey is being brought to you by Dan Cha-Cha Injury Attorneys. Don't worry, Cha-Cha's gotcha. By Hamburg Overhead Door, over-delivering all over Western New York. By Awaken 180. Find your free coaching for life at awaken180weightloss.com. By ServPro, cleaning, restoration, and construction like it never even happened. By Stellar Roofing. When quality counts, choose Stellar Roofing, siding, and windows. By Buffalo Law. Visit buffalolaw.com. And by UPS Stores. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Bruins making the most of their chances so far with a 2-0 lead. David Pasternak, the 12th Bruins player, record 50 career playoff assists. And he has had his hand all over this one. Couple of breakaways. Luukkonen stopped him on those. But he finds a way. And the Sabres need to do just that as well here as Alex tucked that pass just out of his reach. Thompson steps up at center, forcing Arvidsson back inside the Boston line before the Bruins will elect to shoot it in off the stick of Andrew Peeke. Owen Byram out of the corner away from a pair of Bruins forecheckers. Will skate it out now to center. Onto the wing for Tuck. Tuck with a shot, and Swayman steers that one away. Tage Thompson on the far wall. Tuck comes out from behind the net, but can't settle the puck down. Stays with it. Here's Thompson passing it to the slot. Shot is blocked. Byram behind the net. Krebs takes a hit. Tage scores! Tage! TNT Thompson sweeps it in from the near post, and it's a one-goal game with 7:58 remaining in the third. Darlene still in it behind the net.
Yeah, everybody in it down there. We got the goal. Let's just peel out of this. And a great effort here by Tage Thompson. There's a shot block. Owen Byram stays on it just behind the net. And here's Tage. See how well he pulls the puck and how good he is in tight for a tall man like that? It's incredible how he can handle the puck, puts it back through his feet and on the backhand. Gets it across the goal line. He's able to beat Swayman on the wraparound. But just amazing how good he is with the puck in tight.
Fans out of Canal Side as the Sabres stay true to their words. Don't get bored with playing the same way.
You know, these fans in this building were just waiting for that first goal here for the Sabres. And it erupted. And they're still on their feet. They're coming out, cleaning up a few things here on the ice that were thrown out on the ice. And it's good. It gives them a little opportunity here. Just kind of relish it a little bit. But just realize you can work it down low, take it to the net. And it's not always going to be pretty. The shot from the side, one-timers, all that. You're going to have to pay a price to score a goal here in this game. They did there. Now they got to find another one here in the last 7:58.
Well, they've come up with a Tage Thompson post-goal chant here at KeyBank Center. Now the Sabres down 2-1. 7:55 to go. Shoot it into the Boston zone. Power sends it across. Samuelson's shot off the end wall. And it's taken away by the Bruins. And Boston will now skate it to their own line. Lowry with a follow-up, and the Sabres back in their own line. Will have possession. Buffalo stripped of the puck. Chance for Hagens now. Hagens takes a shot, and Luukkonen does well to fight that one off as it goes up and out of play. The 19-year-old New York native James Hagens out of Boston College just signed his entry-level contract in April with a good chance there.
Now a little give and go here in the neutral zone and allowed Hagens to come down the side there. A good stick by Owen Power. You see him just getting it out there and making contact with the puck as the follow-through by Hagens goes up and over the glass. But this is where you got to feed off this and just turn it up another notch here.
Got to defend the playoff loss, face-off loss. Is Stanley behind the net. Good shielding of the puck. Now Doan against Lindholm. He'll play it back in Buffalo with 7:12 to go. Right side up to center. Timmins throws that one ahead. That'll go down into the corner. Battle below the goal line is Timmins at the line, unable to keep it in. Good enough angle for Stanley, and Luukkonen's coming out to play it to help him out. Stanley double teamed over on that far corner. And the Bruins steal it back. No call there as Norris gets back up into the play. And two Sabres players going to the same Bruin defenseman there on that side of the ice. Buffalo will take the chance to make a change. Krebs slaps it up to center. Puck just out of the reach of Alex Tuch. Tage Thompson is on it. Thompson makes the turn to the Boston line. Tage with it high in the zone. Shovels it in behind the Bruins net. Alex Tuch overlap here with Peyton Krebs against Aspero. Tuch throws his man off the puck right in front for Thompson. It just goes to the corner. Sabres work it back to the line. Dahlin takes a look. There's a shot. Doesn't get through. Krebs trying to go back to Dahlin, who had just slightly cut inside off that point. Now Byram from the right point dumps it deep. Peyton Krebs down after it. Lowry throws that one up the wall. McLeod couldn't keep it in. Sabres will from the point. Here's Dahlin at the line to the slot. Quick shot. Low glove save by Swayman. As Quinn got one on the Boston net. First playoff goal for the Sabres in this series to Tage Thompson. It's 2-1 Bruins with 5:39 to go in the third.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892 Lake for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892 Lake or go to glbs-inc.com.
Spring has sprung at Relax Honda during the Honda Spring Event. Choose from our large selection of nearly 200 new Hondas in inventory, as well as pre-owned Honda vehicles to fit just about any budget. Take advantage of great lease options or low interest rate financing on your favorite new Honda models. Relax. We got this at Relax Honda, 3590 Southwestern Boulevard and RelaxHonda.com. Relax. It's the Honda Spring Event going on now at Relax Honda. All financing on approved credit.
The Stanley Cup Playoffs Bracket Challenge presented by Expedia is back.
Come on, boys.
And now it's time to take your shot. Face off against family and friends. And see if you can predict this year's playoffs. Can you pick the perfect bracket and claim the ultimate prize? A trip to a 2026-27 NHL event and an Adventure Chrono NHL Limited Edition watch by Norcane. Sign up today at NHL.com/bracket.
You're listening to the Buffalo Sabres Radio Network.
Welcome back to KeyBank Center. Whether you're grabbing a quick dinner before puck drop, building the ultimate watch party spread, or treating your saber-tooth-sized sweet tooth, one thing is for sure. Great game nights start at Tops with the best deals in town.
Yeah, this crowd, since they've scored that first goal, man, is just they haven't sat down, they haven't stopped, and they're fired up. So hopefully the guys can feed off this environment's being created in here.
Bruins win the draw. Mitten couldn't handle the pass, and that puck deep in the Boston zone. McLeod trying to catch up to it. Byram with a keeping at the line, but can't get it by Husnudinov, and he'll carry to the Buffalo line. To the middle of the ice, back towards Husnudinov before it's taken away. And McLeod, who came out of the gate flying here in this game, controls the puck back in the Buffalo end and will leave it as he heads towards the bench with 5 minutes remaining in the third. Sabres pass. That goes too far under the stick of Thompson. Boston will put it off the glass. That'll go down the ice, and that is going to be an icing call against the Bruins.
Yeah, that got by Pasternak over in the far wall, not able to get a piece of it. The linesman was right there. He was able to see it. So here you go. You're under 5 minutes now, 4:51. You got face-off in the Boston zone. And I would expect Lindy Ruff will be leaning on this line here an awful lot here in the last 5 minutes because they've got themselves going here, and they've got some good looks and good zone time.
Sabres win the draw. This is Power. He'll send it across for a shot to the net. Fought off by Swayman to the corner. Pasternak giving a bump, and now the Bruins will skate it to the blue line. That pass ahead. Looking for Geekie. Stays with it. Chops it down below the goal line. Pasternak played it behind the net. Wanted that to go around the boards a little bit for Lindholm, but the Sabres take it away. And now Alex tucked the line and in. Plays it off the far boards. That's sent to that. Swayman lifts a rebound in front. And it's clear behind the goal. Tuck and Thompson fighting for it. Thompson comes away with it. Thompson scores! Greatness from Tage Thompson to tie the game at 2 with 4:16 remaining in the third period. The Buffalo Sabres have stormed back to tie it up.
Now Tage is just going to will his way here. As I said, this line has been buzzing. Nice job by Alex Tuck going into the corner here, tying up the man. And then they're all over it. This puck pops out. Tage Thompson finds it. And he's close, and he just leans on this. And he lets it rip right there. And it goes far side, just inside that post. But just great work by Alex Tuck there. Tage Thompson coming up with this puck. And momentum has changed.
Sabres flip it out of the zone. Bouncing puck at center. They are back. The Sabres And so is the Saberhood in a tie game. Bruins to the line for a shot, and Luukkonen makes the save. And how about the play of Luukkonen in this game? Not a lot of shots, but 2 breakaways against Pastrnak to allow his team and Tage Thompson the chance to get back to even. Oh, they're dropping the gloves here in behind the net. Doan skates away from the Corrali invitation. Timmins is on top of someone down off to the left of the Buffalo goal. Benson and Kastelik.
Yeah, I think that's Stanley that might be down on the ice there.
That's Timmins.
Timmins. And remember, this is the 4th line for the Bruins, is going out trying to get things riled up here and stirred up. And Jeannot and Stanley were still out in the slot area. The referee just separates them.
You're not going to intimidate Zach Benson. You're wasting your time.
And you see right here, Benson and Timmins both going at Corrali over on the side. Both of them got a hold of him. Salad comes over, and he's going to lean on Timmins, take him to the ice. But this is how it all started. Stanley and Jeannot in front of the net. So you got Benson, Timmins in the box. You got Corrali.
5-on-5.
Yep. Yeah, 3:48 left here. Tie game.
So if you're the Bruins, you've got a couple of 4th liners in the box with 3:48 to go. So at 5-on-5, you're not feeling it.
No, you're okay with the Sabres here too.
And the Sabres,
because he's going to be leaning on the top couple 3 lines here, and you got 4 solid D you're going to be leaning on. And you see the Bills players up in the box, doing their best to root the team on.
And Jeremy Swayman's hearing it a little bit here. Sabres with a pair of goals from Tage Thompson. Face-off win by Buffalo thanks to that hit on that far wall by Quinn. And now it's Samuelsson out of the corner to the line, but not out. But a follow-up play, and the Sabres are on their way into the Boston zone. Swayman leaves it behind the net, but not a clear play. Quinn walks it out to the slot. Shot, scores! Mattias Samuelsson! Are you kidding me? 3 straight from the Sabres, and they've erased the deficit and taken their first playoff lead. It's 3-2.
Now, once again, just some fabulous work here on the forecheck. Getting in on top of the Bruins. I know I'm not able to fire this one around. And look at this pass by Jack Quinn. He's taking the wall away. McLeod's pressuring the puck up the wall, but look at the play by Jack Quinn. Goes past 2 guys, able to find Samuelsson, slides it across to him. And you see here, there was nothing Swayman could see. The guys in front took it away. You can see the angle right here, and it left the whole left side of the net open. And Sammy nails it.
Was that McLeod that went by the front of the net? Whoever it was, you're right, took the eyes right away from him. So now with 3:15 left on the clock, and this crowd can be heard all the way to Albany. Well, they got to defend. Shot off the end wall. Taken by Zadorov, who waits for it back at the point. Now Zadorov with a shot, and Luukkonen reached for that one. It'll come out the far side, and Buffalo lifting it out to center. Under 3 minutes to go. Samuelsson at 16:36 from Quinn. Lindholm trying to put it in. It's off the leg that time of Doan. Now Pastrnak. He'll slide one through a seam. Mallenstein comes up with it. Off the boards and out. Bruins come back in. Mallenstein chops at it. Can't get it out. Pasternak down low, sends it in front, loose puck up for grabs. It's back to Geekie between his legs, then it clears the zone. Geekie at center. Zacha stopped at the Buffalo line, and the Sabres force the Bruins back into their own end. Here's Zacha. Zacha trying to get to the net. And Zucker with a great play, taking the puck to the corner, and Quinn enough to get it up and get it out. All the way back into the Boston zone. 1:40 on the clock. Sabres with their first lead in the playoffs. And in this game one, there goes Swayman. The net is empty for Boston. Bruins with the puck. That's sent to the corner, Alex Tuch. Chops at it, but it doesn't get out. Pressure at the line by Thompson and Tuch. Net is empty for Thompson. He's got two. Can't get it out. Bouncing puck at the dot. Thompson off the boards. Alex Tuch. Empty net. Alex Tuch scores. Raise the roof. To Buffalo. What a comeback.
Now, just Alex Tuch anticipating this puck coming out. He's going to get a step on the Bruin defender coming down, and they knew he was out there. They put it high and hard off that boards, and it's going to pop into the neutral zone. And
first home playoff game after a 14-year drought, and he gets the 4-2 goal into an empty net. 1:10 to go. Sabres get the puck into the Boston zone. They'll dump it in. And there goes Swayman again. Net is empty, and Luukkonen will just play it to the corner for Dahlin. Shrugs off a check. Gets it to the line, but not out. Good follow-up here. And another chance at an empty net, and that one fired just wide. And Doan will follow the play to the corner. Bruins ice the puck with 37.2 seconds left on the clock. We're going to let Buffalo's fan base do the talking right now. Thompson on the ice with a pair of goals at the face-off dot. Played behind the net. The Bruins cut that one off, and there goes Swayman. Stripped at the line. Thompson with the empty net. Can't make the turn. Oh, boy, that would have been something. 24 seconds on the clock. Penalty coming up here to Buffalo. Tripping will be the call, as Lindholm was tripped up with 18.5 seconds to go, and Tage Thompson, the guilty party.
Well, there goes the hat trick, but nevertheless, that's all right. He earned the rest to sit over there for the last 18.5 seconds. You're going to see Lindholm coming up, and there's Tage coming across, trying to just get his stick on him, and ends up taking his feet out from underneath him. And at this point, too, the Sabres have only allowed 19 shots on net.
Yep.
And, you know, they had a hard time finding the offense in the first couple of periods there, but they did a really, really good job in the defensive zone.
15 seconds on the clock. Scramble in the Sabres zone. Pasternak can't find the handle. Throws it to the net. Scores with 6.2 seconds to go. The Bruins make it a one-goal game. And the net will stay empty when they drop the puck at center.
Well, Tage Thompson able to exit the box here, so it'll be interesting to see if Lindy Ruff leaves him on the ice or not. But here they come out of the corner, and you just got numbers, and it looks like it redirected in front of the net when this shot was coming in. Yeah, it does right there. E28 get a piece
Lindholm
of it.
got it. Yep.
Lindholm just redirects that one.
If they give it to Lindholm, that's his second of the game. He and Tage both with...
Yeah, they've changed it to 7.2 seconds here.
Well, you know why? Because Tage Thompson, number 72 is on the ice with a chance at an empty net.
You got something there.
Sabres chip it into the Boston zone. 5 seconds on the clock. The Buffalo Sabres in the drought with their first playoff win in 15 years in a comeback style. That was magic. 4-3 the final. Tage Thompson with his first and second goals of the playoff. Matthias Samuelsson and Alex Tuch. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight goals for Buffalo. And they come back to win it. And take game one as we send you to the Lexus postgame report.
All right, Dan and Rob, thank you very much. Brian Coleshill with you here. An incredible comeback for the Buffalo Sabres, trailing by a score of 2-0 early in the third period. Buffalo comes back with 4 unanswered, 2 from Tage Thompson, 1 from Matthias Samuelsson, and the empty netter from Alex Tuch turns out to be a big one as Boston scores in the final seconds, and it ends up a 4-3 margin as Buffalo takes game one. The pressure, the constant effort to try to get by at Jeremy Swayman, it was stymied for the first 2 periods, but an explosion for Buffalo in the final 8 minutes, as that's when they score all 4 of their goals, erasing a 2-goal deficit and coming away with a 4-3 victory to take game one of this best-of-7 series. Game 2 will be on Tuesday night, 7:30 puck drop here in Buffalo at KeyBank Center with the Sabres and the Bruins. All right, we're going to keep it here so we can get the 3 stars. Third star is Alex Tuch, as he salutes the crowd with a clap. Tuch with his empty net goal. He also had an assist. Matthias Samuelsson, who had Buffalo's 3rd goal, he ends up with star number 2 honors. He scored at 16:36. And tonight's first star, no doubt about it, 2 goals and an assist. It is Tage Thompson. So Buffalo getting it done there. Your 3 stars are brought to you by Blue Star Home Services, your heating and cooling experts, ready to improve your home's.
Over, and it's the last one of the day. Dorofeev in his own zone for the Golden Knights, banks it through the neutral zone. Tried to get it all the way and could not. Lost the puck, then he deflected a pass. Utah gains possession back at its own blue line. Here they come from left to right on the back check. A steal for Barbashev. Banks it out to the neutral zone. Speaking of Dorofeev, Gary, he was one of a few Golden Knights who was on. Oh, first a shot. Save! Left pad stopped. Dylan Gunther with that try. 2 very good looks for Utah here in the opening 5 minutes, and 2 impressive saves for Carter Hart. Knights get it out. 2 Mammoth collide in the neutral zone as Vegas gets it in. Pavel Dorofeev played only 8 of the 11 games last postseason, 1 goal, 1 assist. Remember, Mark Stone was injured during the Edmonton series. He did not even play the last game of that series, which the Knights lost 1-0. Vegas on the breakout, thwarted. Pass did not ultimately get to Kolasar. Now it's Tomas Hertl to help out. Slides it right into the dump in by Korzak. All the way around it comes. Hard check by Kolasar. That forced the glove off the hand of Sean Dursey, and he lost his stick as well. Puck came out of the zone. Knights get it at center. Kolasar to Hertl, who shoots. Save with a stick from Vemilka. First shot on goal for the Knights. Cleared out by Utah. Back goes Lozon. Put it behind his own goal. Theodore sees a man at center. Kolasar at the end of a shift. He tips it in. And now the crowd really getting into it here with the Go Knights Go chant. Left point Lozon. Played it toward the left circle. Intercepted by Kevin Stenlund. Stanley Cup champion with Florida 2 years ago. Dump in. And Brandon Tanev lands a check on the corner boards, but the Knights get the puck. Back the other way. Vegas towards center. Here comes Colton Sissons. Steps right, banks it in. 2 Utah players were going after Sissons. They collided with one another. On the opposite side of the ice, Dowd lands a check. And then Sissons came over and checked John Marino. So tight checking here in the opening 6 minutes. Mammoth come in and a drive. Hart the save. A little bit awkward on the blocker's side on the chop by Kevin Stenlund. And now we've got extracurriculars. Krause into it with Nick Dowd. Marner has grabbed Keller. And Stenlin having words nose-to-nose with Sissons. And the linesmen have now separated those skirmishes.
Well, they're not very far apart in distance. They weren't when Utah was in Arizona. Geographical rivals, and real quickly, there's going to be animosity between these two teams. They are not going to like one another. Their fan bases aren't going to like one another. This is going to be there's no other way to say it. It's going to be a series steeped in hate, and it'll happen fast.
We know from Golden Knights history that rivalries have blossomed only when facing a team in the postseason. Knights faced the Kings in their very first playoff series. That worked out perfectly. The Knights did sweep the Kings back in 2018. The second series against San Jose. Saw San Jose the next year. That was a big rivalry for a couple of years. Knights have seen Winnipeg twice in the postseason. Knights have seen Minnesota a couple of times. Dallas a couple of times. And now most recently the Edmonton Oilers a couple of times. No surprise that the Western Conference representative in the final the last 3 years has been either Vegas or Edmonton. Well, could be those teams again this year. Knights come out of the zone with the puck. Here comes Marner. Breaks inside the line. He opens up and plays it opposite corner. Eichel is there. Check to the boards by Krause. To the middle. Marner's shot through the top of the crease and wide left. Looks like he got the heel of his stick. Hanifin pinches in, put it behind. Eichel in the right corner. Protects it along the boards. Feeds the point Anderson. Anderson turns and shoots. Deflected wide. Back behind the goal. Taken and centered by Stone. Nobody in front for the Golden Knights. Marner knocks down a clearing attempt from Keller. Handoff. Eichel tried to pull and shoot. But on the back pressure, it's Gunther to knock it away. And the Mammoth get it out of the zone. Mammoth will change. Knights retrieve the puck in their own zone. Theodore to McNabb near side. Forward to Stone. Up to the blue. He winds. He shoots. Hit the post. Mark Stone with a big slap shot. And that one beats Vejmelka on the blocker's side. But it rang the iron. Play is back out at center. Utah gets it in. Icing waved off. Theodore back takes the check as he rims it near boards. Barbashev has support with McNabb. Tried the home run pass, but it was knocked down to the neutral zone, hoping for Dorofeev. Mammoth breakout pass knocked down by McNabb. He lost it. Barbashev gets it for the Knights. In come Howden and Dorofeev. Howden shoots. Glove save. From the left circle, Howden trying to go short post. Dorofeev to the net front. And another skirmish ensues, this time in front of the Utah goal.
Cooley comes in late and gives Ivan Barbashev a little bit of a cheap shot. That is, Logan Cooley is a competitive guy. He is going to try and start trouble. Mark Stone almost got his team on the board 1-0 with a howitzer from just inside the blue line. Leaves a big dent and scratch on the freshly painted post.
And 4 goals in 10 playoff games last year. 41 in his postseason career for Mark Stone. 0-0 in this one. 12:46 to go, first period. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. This is the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, get me. Shop till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
It's time to upgrade your roofing and solar experience, and Cooper Roofing and Solar has you covered. Literally. From re-roofing to deck installs, roof tune-ups, skylights, and more, they do it all. Right now, subscribe to Cooper's maintenance plan and get a 15% discount on roof maintenance. Keep your roof in top shape, avoid emergency repairs, and save big. Cooper Roofing and Solar is employee-owned and Southern Nevada's largest roofing company. Call Cooper today at 702-688-7940 or visit coopersolar.com. Cooper Roofing and Solar, proud roofing partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Welcome to Win City, where a hat trick means more than just 3 goals in a hockey game. It's also when you reach 3 goals in life. You make the perfect souffle. You graduate with that diploma. You land your dream job.
For the hat trick, what a play!
Another great play is scoring the official credit card of the Vegas Golden Knights with exclusive perks and benefits for VGK fans. See if you pre-qualify at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Back to the Fortress for more Stanley Cup playoff action.
No goals in the opening 7+ minutes. Vegas and Utah, game 1 of the first round. 57 head coaches have won the Stanley Cup. John Tortorella is one of those 57. Only 21 have multiple Stanley Cup championships. Can Tortorella become the 22nd? Andre Tourney, the head coach for Utah, coaching his first ever playoff game today. John Tortorella has done it 120 times. This is 13th postseason as a head coach. Ozone draw for the Knights. Jack Eichel between Mark Stone and Mitch Marner. And Eichel flabbergasted at the linesman, Gil Murchison, and Eichel tossed. It is Marner instead. Bit of a stalemate. Stone chipped it on, and a glove save. Stone just said, hey, if that's what it's going to take, I'm just going to put my stick on the puck, put it toward the left post, snared by Vejmelka to his right. Again, he is a right-handed catching goaltender. Most goaltenders, like Carter Hart, for example, have the glove on the left hand. Vejmelka catches with his right hand.
Vegas is stuck at 2 shots, but Mark Stone hit the crossbar with an attempt that doesn't register as a shot on goal.
So they just tossed the Utah guy out of the next faceoff, so Eichel has a bit of instruction for the guys behind him. Utah wins the faceoff. That's Alex Kerfoot.
This should be icing.
Utah sends it down. Indeed it is. So that group of Mammoth players that were starting to change cannot go off. And an ozone face-off again for Vegas. And Eichel looking to the officials. We want it on this side now. Eichel right-handed. That would be a strong side. Knights have 3 right-handed players on the top line. Marner, Eichel, and Stone. Knights have 3 left-handed shooters on their second line. Barbashev, Howden, and Dorothea. The other lines, there's a mixture. Vegas wins the draw on the right side. Anderson left for Hannafin. High to low for Eichel. Charges left goal line. Eichel behind. Try to tuck it at the right post. 2 tries, and it's sealed up. Vejmelka down to his left near the right post. And Eichel skates away.
Jack stayed out. It was an optional skate for the Golden Knights this morning. And Jack stayed out with the scratches. And then the scratches left. And Jack was all alone with Dom Ducharme and John Stevens working on picking pucks off the wall, one-timers, all kinds of little skill stuff that makes him feel better about his game.
Jack spent some time with members of the media when he did finally come off the ice. Had a little chat with him, and very loose, relaxed. He was thinking back to random things in high school having to do with his car and missing class. It's because he saw me show up and taking the backpack out of my car. So it looked like I was showing up late for class.
Got it.
No, Jack. Been there. I guess Jack had been there too. Just a little sense of where his mind is today. To the O-zone come the Mammoth after all those draws in the Utah zone. Vegas sprung. Marner coming ahead on the left with Anderson. Got it 2 up. Put it wide right. Puck goes behind and into the right corner, and Brandon Tanev. Stone, Marner, and Eichel try to continue it deep on the right side. But it's pulled behind by the defense and forward Kevin Stenlund. And pressure. Eichel gets a takeaway right side. Put it toward the slot. Stone left. Hannafin shot blocked. Rebound right for Anderson. Looks rink wide. Eichel takes it off the near boards left wing. Back up top, Hannafin. Knights changing personnel on the fly. Riley Smith has joined the fray. 3 points last game, including 2 goals. Eichel left point. Rink wide. A one-timer wide. Rebound to the near circle. But nobody was there for the Knights. Off Eichel's stick. Stone settles it down. Stone. High in the slot, pressured by Krause. Shoulder-to-shoulder collision there. Krause knocks it out to center, and it's dumped in by McBain. Again, Jack McBain has not played since April 2nd. Told he was week to week. Did not expect to see him in the lineup, but was out there for warm-ups and is playing in the game. On the fourth line with Stenlund and Tanev. In the neutral zone, Schmaltz dispossessed by Braden McNabb. Knights coming into the zone. It's Nate Schmidt to bank it out. Knocked down at the Vegas line by Shea Theodore. Knights regrouping as Hurdle fires left from McNabb. Into the zone he comes. Button hooks on the near side, is stripped by Gunther. Gunther comes ahead. He floats it toward the slot. Misses everybody. Goes to the corner. Hard check by Barbashev on Logan Cooley. Puck to the point. Sturzy shoots. Blocked by Colason. Up and out of play.
Barbashev took Cooley's number when he gave him that little cheap shot after the whistle at the other end, and he just drills him into the corner on this one. This line, Yamamoto and Cooley, they're small. They got Stenlund with them right now, but that's a small group. We'll see how they fare as the series goes on.
Tomas Hertl referred to that on our pregame show. And Gary at the other end, a scoring chance, sort of a 2-on-1. Marner had to elevate, saucer the pass to Anderson. Anderson was just right of the crease, and the puck was still airborne on the pass. He got a piece of it with his stick, but it just waffled over the top of his stick blade and wide of the net, so not a shot on goal. But it was a great setup. They just couldn't execute.
Yeah, Vegas had a really good shift there. Started by the top line and then continued as they started to make changes on the fly. Their best exchange, best sequence of the game so far.
We'll see if Eichel and Marner can do more goal scoring this postseason than last year. Marner had 2 goals in 13 games. Eichel had 1 goal in 11 games. And naturally, they're both very good distributors. They both had plenty of assists last year. But on this line, you wonder, can they do the goal scoring? Hard check on the forecheck. Got a whistle for an icing against Utah. It's another Ivan Barbashev check. And this time he collides with Ian Cole, the veteran defenseman.
That's a good sign for the Golden Knights. If the human cigarette machine is rolling, and he is, look out. If you're a woolly mammoth, you might get shaved.
Ian Cole, 2-time Stanley Cup champion with the Pittsburgh Penguins, the most veteran guy on the roster. This is 130th Stanley Cup playoff game. From the draw, several players go down in the left circle. Knights get the puck. Dorofeev shoots! Save right in the belly. Pavel took his time. He had a moment or two because there were 2 fallen Mammoth and 1 fallen Knight in the left circle.
J.J. Peterka is bent over at his waist. He got rocked somewhere along there.
Brett Howden is sort of barreling into him.
It's Dorofeev. I think Dorofeev might get him. Yeah, he gets him right in the face with a stick on a follow-through. It's not a high stick. Pavel is shooting the puck, and Peterka walks right in to the end of it.
Yep, exactly right. Good catch. So on the bench, Peterka tended to by the training staff. They have some protection up near his nostril to stop the bleeding. Knights will get an ozone drop on the right side. Nearing the halfway mark in the first period. 0-0. Vegas now at 4 shots. Utah at 3. Sissons wins it. Anderson shoots. Glove save. Anderson right point shot. And it's snared by Vejmelka. Only Andrei Vasilevsky had more victories this year than Karel Vejmelka. Vejmelka did have the most games played at 64, most minutes 3,692. And Vasilevsky had more wins, but Vejmelka still at 38, 5 of them coming in the last 7 games of the season. Knights win the draw. Anderson shoots, blocked. Slap shot from Rasmus Anderson. Utah clears the zone. Anderson back to defend. Cooley breaks coming down the right boards. Loses an edge. He whipped it in front. Missed the target, Dylan Gunther. Missed Nick Dowd as well. Goes to the far boards. And now in the left corner. Into the circle. Cooley couldn't find it. Bounces up top. Marino challenged by Sissons. Guides it toward the corner, and it slides softly behind the Knights' net. Hanifin to it. Crunch to the boards. Hanifin has some help there with the Knights' 4th liners. Vegas propels it ahead. Cole Smith to Colton Sissons. Got it as far as the Utah line. Stopped there and dumped in by Marino. Knights take it in their own zone once more. McNabb and Theodore have come on. And the forwards now coming on. It's Marner, Eichel, and Stone. Eichel takes the pass. Scampers up the right wing. Passes left for Marner across the line. Pressured, he sticks it down to the corner. Sergachev grabs it there. Skates around. Using the far boards, hoping for Krause. Marner steals it. And then just missed Stone, who was flashing down the slot. Almost a turnover for Utah. Marner just missed it. Foot or so inside the blue line. Knights get it deep, and Utah goes back to get it. Can they clear? No. Pressure from Eichel. Got it to Stone, but it trickled away from him. And it's settled by Nick Schmaltz in his own end for Utah. Gets a return pass. Comes into the Vegas zone right wing. He shoots. Kick save. Rebound swept away. Off the near boards, taken by Riley Smith, lifts it out. Tomas Hertl couldn't find it. It was an airborne pass. Then it ends up on the far side of the Utah zone. Mammoth coming left to right. Dump in toward the near corner. Back comes Korzak alongside Lozon. Korzak's second Stanley Cup playoffs game. They send it through center. It gets tipped on its way down, so no icing. Just about 12 minutes gone by in the first period of Game 1, first round, 0-0. Stenlund a shot right wing, hard to save. Down in the butterfly, a little bit of shoving afterwards. Look out. Korzak threw a punch. McBain was in there, and now Tanev is up. He grabs Lozon. Lozon says, no, what are you thinking? And the referee, TJ Luxmore, says, get out of here. You're going to the penalty box.
I think he's going to go 1-1 here. Lozon is going for sure.
Brandon Tanev is a spark plug for sure.
Vegas penalty number 5. Utah penalty number 13. 2 minutes each. Roughing. Teams will play 4-on-4. 2 minutes.
Brandon Tanev, a fourth-line winger. No goals in 56 games this year. 60 career playoff games for Tanev. Jeremy Lozon, in his first year with the Golden Knights, had been with a few different clubs to start his career. Boston, Seattle briefly, and then Nashville. Lozon's 23rd career playoff game today. 0-0, Vegas and Utah. 8:05 to go first period. They'll skate 4 aside when we come back. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. This is the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
When it comes to luxury, no one does it better than Findlay Cadillac in the Valley Auto Mall. From the exceptional crossover XT4 to the superb CT sedan and Escalade, the highest standards in automotive craftsmanship are found at Findlay Cadillac. To place your order, visit our award-winning showroom and choose from our full inventory of new and certified pre-owned vehicles that are available for immediate delivery. Or visit us online at FindlayCadillac.com to place your reservation. If you're thinking Cadillac, think Findlay Cadillac in the Valley Auto Mall.
Playoffs are here. Boomer Sportsbook reminds you to check the price, whether your bets are on the hardwood or the ice. Unlock boosts, bonuses, and non-stop postseason action. Download the Boomers app and activate it in minutes at Ellis Island Casino, Casino Valley Verde, or Ojos Locos Casino. Plus, now you can fund your existing Boomers account at any Village pub. Put your game face on and check the price. When you bet with Boomers, you win more. Must be 21. Terms and conditions apply. Bet responsibly.
There's a difference you can feel when you step into the showroom at Findlay Honda Henderson. Sure, our cars are beautiful, built to last, and our certified pre-owned inventory is one of the largest in the country. But the difference is our people. From the sales floor to the service department, we're focused on you. Because when you're the center of our attention, everybody wins. It may not be what you're used to, but we think it should be. Welcome to the difference at Findlay Honda Henderson in the Valley Auto Mall.
Back to the Stanley Cup Playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Sunday night hockey on the Strip. Fourth and final game in the Stanley Cup Playoffs today. There were some exciting ones. First overtime game of the postseason. Montreal 4, Tampa Bay 3 in overtime earlier today. Tight one, but low scoring. Colorado 2, LA 1. It was 2-0 for a while. Actually, it was scoreless for a while. Kings got one late, but could not tie it. Colorado wins 2-1. And then just minutes ago, Buffalo 4, Boston 3. Come from behind victory for Buffalo. Utah with an ozone control. Shot attempt, missed the net. Short post, left wing. Gets by Schmaltz on the far side on a pass attempt. Anderson with help from Noah Hannafin to take possession for the Golden Knights. Brett Howden back there too. 4 versus 4 with Lozon in the box for Vegas. Tanev in the box for Utah. Anderson, Hannafin, Marner, and Howden 4 out for Vegas. Hannafin forward. Howden backwards. Marner navigates left into the zone. Marner pulls, backs off. Saucers to Hannafin. Extra feed right. Anderson shoots. Knocked down in front. Marino defending Howden. Comes to the near side left. Marner got it to Anderson. Anderson steps right. He got whacked. No call. Play goes in behind the net. Anderson couldn't get a shot away despite a couple of stick checks. Apparently not enough, though, for Slash. The wide 2-on-2 the other way. Here's Cooley. Drops it off now 3-on-3 in the zone. Schmidt put it into the slot. Handled by Cooley. His pass towards Schmidt got knocked down. In fact, it was Sergachev out there with Schmidt. They'll back it up. Sergachev and Schmidt back in their own zone. 45 seconds at 4 versus 4. 0-0 game. 6:45 to go in the first. Eichel comes on with Theodore, bouncing puck left side. Eichel knocks down a pass and goes the other way. Eichel in his own zone with McNabb. McNabb looks towards center, slide it backward to Theodore. Watched by Kerfoot in the Vegas zone. Toward the near side end now, McNabb got it to Stone. Drops it again for Theodore. Shuffling to the far side near the benches. Now comes near the logo. New personnel coming on for the Knights. 15 seconds left at 4 versus 4. Now Noah Hannafin starts ahead. Hannafin swoops in toward the right side on his backhand to the right corner. Burrows in behind the goal and flutters it to the near side corner. Stone. Low to high Anderson. Rims it around. Rolling puck to Barbashev on the far side. Double teamed. Joined by Hannafin. Penalties released. We're back to 5 versus 5. Behind the goal for Melka. Nearly a turnover. Hard check. Barbashev creates a loose puck. Knocking over Dursey, but it does go out to center. Utah the other way. They'll dump it in. It's 3 hard checks from Barbashev already in this game. Not even 15 minutes in. Deep in the night zone. Korzak tried to clear. Knocked down. It's Hurdle. Hurdle is checked by Kraus. Double teamed on the far side. Korzak in there as well now to help out. Hurdle finds a path towards center. Slides it out. And here come the Knights. Dorofeev gains the blue and rims it around. Riley Smith coming from the right. Joined by Hurdle there. But it's banked off the sidewall out to center. It'll trickle into the Vegas zone with Anderson. 5 1/4 to go. First period. 0-0 here in game 1. Mammoth come in. Shot attempt. Saved by Hart. Rebound in front. Knocked away. To the right boards, Marino, the defenseman, pinching down to keep it alive. In the corner, collision. Carcone lands a check. Knocked over Hannafin, but Vegas gets it out. Riley Smith leading Kolasar to the right corner. Kolasar fakes. Double team to the corner, joined by Smith, and now Nick down in the right corner. Centered. Kolasar close quarters with Riley Smith. Neither could get a shot away. Utah comes to center, and Kerfoot dumps it. Look out! Kolasar sends Kerfoot over the railing between the benches. Knights have the puck in their own zone. Action continues. Our friend Kevin Weeks on the ESPN broadcast had the best view of that collision. Knights dump it in. Ramelka hands it off. Sergachev the breakout pass. It'll go down for Tanev. Hard collision. Lozon takes Tanev to the boards. Those are the players who just mixed it up at the whistle a couple minutes ago, and each were penalized. Marner starts it ahead for Jack Eichel. Weaving through center with Stone. Sends a pop fly on goal. Ramelka gloves it, drops it to his stick, and sends it out towards center. 2-on-2 the other way. Theodore reaches in and steals it for Vegas. Eichel back at his own blue to start it ahead for the Knights. 4 minutes to go, first period. Vegas and Utah 0-0. Eichel tried to dump it in. That was knocked down. Vegas will back it up a little bit. Theodore's pass got teammate in a tough spot, Sissons. It goes the other way. Cooley breaks on the right side. Pointward Dursey. Extra pass left. Closing, reaching. Howden knocked it away. Howden gets the puck. Starting Sissons to center. Sissons with Cole Smith across the line. Right wing, a whistle. And extracurriculars now developing with Ian Cole and Sissons. Look out! Extracurriculars away from that. Cole Smith got it in the face. And the referee signals to the bench. They might need an athletic trainer here. Cole Smith on his knees and in pain. Linesmen have jumped in. Anderson in there with Dursey. Hannafin reaching in as well. Yamamoto trying to get into the skirmish. He punches the much taller Hannafin. Linesmen are trying to separate all of this. You have 3 different skirmishes happening. And one of them has continued to boil until at Gunther. And this is all well after the play. But Cole Smith looked like he got a stick in the face at the outset of this, and he went down hard. And when Cole Smith got it in the face, Gary, that's when several Golden Knights players were really upset. Cole Smith stay on his knees and in pain.
He's bleeding.
He tossed his gloves off. You know, if Cole Smith is able to continue in the fisticuffs, he will. But when he throws his gloves off, that's basically a sign, I'm injured. I'm not involved in this anymore. The referees are now conferencing at the scorer's table in the neutral zone.
Should be a double minor for the high stick, and then it should be a roughing on Anderson for the retaliation.
but Vegas should get a power play out of this. Let's see how the referees see it.
Cole Smith has a towel in his right hand. He's clearly bloodied.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the ice. The players are jawboning across the center red line near the benches. And now Cole Smith tended to by Kyle Moore, athletic trainer at the Vegas bench. And the officials are still talking. One linesman holding his position between the benches so things don't go crazy again, as the other officials come together and talk things over. Again, referees are Trevor Hansen and TJ Luxmore. Mark Stone representing the Golden Knights, Clayton Keller representing the Mammoth. To see how this sorts out. There have been no power plays in the game yet. There were penalties to Lozon and Tanev for roughing. 3:28 to go, first period. 0-0 here in Game 1. Last playoff game of the day.
Here's the problem. I don't think the referees saw it. So they're going to be guessing. It's going to be tough for them to hand out a double minor. My guess is this ends up all even.
Well, what often happens, and we saw it earlier today in the Tampa Bay-Montreal game, where the officials didn't see it. Somebody has sort of communicated there was a high stick there. Yeah. They call a double minor, which allows them to go look at it. And in that Tampa Bay-Montreal game earlier today, there was going to be one interference penalty against Tampa. It ended up going the other way with a double minor and the interference.
Vegas penalties to number 4 and 21, as well as Utah number 50. All 2 minutes each for roughing.
So, in this case, Gary, you're right. They missed the most blatant of the penalties. And Stone has a nasty grimace on his face, and he's pointing at his mouth saying, how did that happen to Cole Smith? It's mind-boggling. So why would you not do what they did in the Montreal-Tampa game earlier? Call the penalty and then see if it should stay up or come off. Clearly, he's bleeding. We'll take a timeout. 0-0, 3:28 to go in the first. Mammoth and Knights in Game 1 of the first round. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. It's the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Vegas! On behalf of Knock the Injury Law, Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson.
If you've been hurt, Knock the is the word. Call 702-INJURY.
For Han Nakvi with Nakvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn the back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
When I brought the Golden Knights to Vegas, I wanted to create something unique for Nevada. High Ground Vodka is made from estate-grown rye and Sierra Nevada snow melt for a smooth finish. It's hard to make it this way, but we want to do it right. Distilled in Minden, Nevada, High Ground is an exceptional Nevada-born vodka and proud partner of our hard-working hockey team. If you're 21 or over, I hope you give High Ground Estate Vodka a taste.
Back to the Fortress for more Stanley Cup playoff action.
Somehow, the Utah Mammoth are going on the power play, and nobody for the Golden Knights can seem to figure out why. John Tortorella had some words with TJ Luxmore. First of all, Cole Smith is bloody. How did he get bloody? He got a blatant high stick in the face. That has been not adjudicated here. That has been ignored by the officials. There are a handful of roughing minors, and it looked like Dursey stuck his helmet into Rasmus Andersson. So Anderson and Dursey each get minors. Howden also gets a minor, but if you headbutt somebody, that should not be a minor penalty. Action resumes, and a shot comes on goal. Carter Hart makes the save. It's a left point slap shot that comes in from Dylan Gunther. So 3 minors on the play, 2 against Vegas, 2 against Utah. And veteran referee Brad Watson is the supervisor for the series. Imagine that he'll be talking with the referees about how they handle that situation, because Cole Smith got a stick in the face and was bleeding. and yet nothing was called, and they did not call a penalty that would allow them to review it. And this organization, the Golden Knights, is familiar with high-sticking penalties that were or were not called. They changed the rule after the 2019 playoffs because of that situation with Cody Eakin. Anyway, power play for Utah, and they make an errant pass back out at the points. They got to go to their own zone. Vegas penalty kill finished the regular season 7th in the NHL. They were not shorthanded in the regular season finale against Seattle. Utah, meanwhile, has been cooking on the power play while they are 22nd in the league by percentage. Of late, they've been hot. 14 out of 37 in their last 11 games. That's nearly 38% in their last 11 games. Knights get a takeaway. Shorthanded look. Here comes Eichel with Kolasar. Kolasar shoots. Save Vemelka with the right toe. Utah goes the other way. Minute 10 on the penalties. Near side right. Feed to the slot. Schmaltz. Tap back. A wrist shot. Save Hart. Rebound. A sliding save. Puck goes airborne. Eichel tries to knock it down. Someone's stick is loose. The goaltender Hart has lost his stick. Knights get it out of the zone. Under a minute to go on the penalty. 2:20 to go in the first. 0-0. Utah on the power play. Sergachev all the way back to his own zone. 21 power play assists for Sergachev out of his 59 points overall. Peterka skates in left side. Theodore defends, forced him behind the goal. Picked up on the near side by Hanifin. Puck to the point, Schmaltz. Down to the circle, Peterka. Back up top for Schmaltz. Lefty walks left and a shot blocked. Goes off a body and around behind the goal. Theodore in the way of that one. Checking his skate to make sure it's still buckled. Out high, straight on. Pass got tipped. Stone reached in. Peterka then gave it away. Vegas coming out. Here's Sissons. He'll bank it off the near boards and in. All the way down it goes. Penalty clock down to 8 seconds. Minute 33 to go in the first period. 0-0. Utah power play in its final seconds. Krause carries in, stood up by McNabb. Krause goes belly down in the slot like a whale. Vegas with the puck behind the net. Just now Krause gets up. Cole Smith with the puck. Cole Smith, who was bloodied with a stick in his face, well enough to continue. Drops it off Lausanne for a left point shot. Off the glove of Vemelka wide left. Sent towards center. Bouncing around in the neutral zone, and Utah gets it up to the Vegas line. Stinlin passes left for Tanev. Knocked free. Vegas controls with a minute to go in the period. Howden gains the line right wing. Howden with Marner. Got it to him through the right circle. Sharp angle try. Missed the net. Clanks off the near glass. Hanifin pinching. Keeps it alive. Barbashev. Shoves it right. One-timer. Glove save. Tomas Hertl rips it in. But it's a shot from the right side toward the long post, left post. But remember, Vemelka catches with his right hand. That makes the glove save on Tomas Hertl. 45 seconds to go in the first period. And the final minute of the period brought to you by Credit One. Shots favor the Mammoth 9-8. They were credited with 2 shots during the power play. First power play of the series. Saw 4 versus 4 for a couple of minutes. And the last 2 minutes were a Utah power play. So 5 total minors assessed here in the period. 4 of them all canceled out. And now the Knights will have the line of Hertl, Barbashev, and Riley Smith. Hanifin and Anderson to D. Hertl wins the draw. Anderson shoots. Save. Sucked right in by Vemelka. Rasmus Anderson had 7 goals in 33 games with the Knights. Finished the year with 17. His career high was 11. He had 11 last year and 11 the year before. Came to the Golden Knights at 10 this season with the Flames. Not only sets a new career high, obliterates his previous career high. And Anderson, with an assist last game, finished the regular campaign with 30 of those, 47 points. Rasmus Anderson. Another face-off win. Anderson passes it down the boards. Barbashev and Hertl go to it. Anderson joins the fray with Smith towards the middle, off the stick. Not cleared. Hanifin holds it in. Riley Smith shoots. Blocked in front of the goal. Hertl banks it. And a shot attempt by Anderson. Blocked as well, wide of the net. And it now trickles out to center. 2-on-2 rush. Here's Logan Cooley. Breaks in the right circle. Bodied by Barbashev. Then stick checks him. Got the pass away. Cross left. Back to the right. Score! Quick passing for Utah. And with 9 seconds to go in the first period, it's Logan Cooley to put the Mammoth in front. Had a great chance earlier this period. Here, protects the puck from Barbashev. Back and forth passing, and eventually Cooley delivers the first goal in Utah Mammoth Stanley Cup playoffs history. Lefty from deep on the right side. It was a seam pass. Carter Hart dove back to the near side, his glove side left, but he couldn't get there in time. Well, Utah takes a 1-0 lead. And the Knights' first period struggles continue. Even under John Tortorella in 9 games, they've been outscored 4-3 in the first period. 9 seconds. They put 2 more seconds on the clock now. 11 seconds remaining here in the period. Logan Cooley delivers, make it 1-0 Mammoth. 21-year-old from Pittsburgh. 69 goals in 211 regular season games. Today is Logan Cooley's first playoff game. Mammoth get the draw. Another shot comes in on Carter Hart. He drops it off behind his goal, but that does it for the period. 20 minutes complete in game 1 of the first round between Utah and Vegas. The Mammoth score first. Mammoth did more first scoring in the regular season than did the Knights. They did it 44 times, while the Knights surrendered the first goal 48 times. Utah is 30-12-2 when scoring first. We'll have a live interview coming up as Braden McNabb will be our guest. Stand by for that. Shots in the period, Utah 11, Vegas 9. Again, the shots during the power play, 2 of them against Carter Hart. Vegas did get 1 shorthanded shot on goal. So it's 6 penalty minutes against the Golden Knights, 4 against the Utah Mammoth, as we will go downstairs and chat with Braden McNabb from the Golden Knights dressing room. It's 1-0 Mammoth. Hey, Braden, Dan Duva in the radio booth. Thanks very much for joining us. What'd you make of tonight's first period?
A lot of energy, fast pace. We played pretty good period for the most part. Gave up a chance, and they were able to capitalize. It's early. We'll reset here and have a good second.
You said recently that this is not only the best time of the year, it's also the most fun time of the year. Why is fun important?
Oh, it's why you play the game to begin with, and hopefully you can continue to play it because you're having fun with it. And that's the case for me, and everything kind of ramps up playoffs competitiveness. That's when you're at your best. So a lot of fun, and looking forward to keep going.
You've had a couple of days to get ready for this. What has John Tortorella focused on leading into this series?
Playing fast, checking forward, being in their face, making them earn every inch of ice. So we're going to continue to work at it, and hopefully we can, do a good job in the second period where it becomes a little tougher with the change.
Braden, thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Braden McNabb from the Knights dressing room. 1-0 Utah after 20 minutes of play. Again, it is Logan Cooley to score at 19:49. Nate Schmidt and Lawson Krause assist at 19:49. This is Nate Schmidt's 100th career Stanley Cup playoffs game. Schmidt, of course, had come up with the Washington Capitals and part of the Vegas Golden Knights. Run to the Stanley Cup final in 2018, was with the Knights for 3 postseasons. And interestingly, was on the Golden Knights, who faced the Arizona Coyotes in the 2020 bubble. And though it was not a playoff game, it was an exhibition game. That's the closest thing to the Golden Knights against the Utah Mammoth in the playoffs. We know the Mammoth have not made it until right now. This is their first ever playoff game in 2 years. It is not a relocated franchise. The hockey operation of the Arizona Coyotes was sold to an expansion franchise. So all the records that were held by the original Winnipeg Jets and the Coyotes, Arizona and Phoenix, they are still in Arizona. Those numbers, that history, all of that does not continue to Salt Lake City. Everything that's happening for Utah, it's the first time ever, even though the hockey operation of the Arizona Coyotes was sold to Utah prior to last season. But, again, the Knights did play the Coyotes in an exhibition tune-up game in the Edmonton bubble, and Nate Schmidt played for Vegas in that game. Aiden Hill was the number 3 goalie for the Coyotes in that game. There were 5 Golden Knights players in that one who are available for the Knights now, and 4 players on the Utah side, et cetera, et cetera. Just a little bit of history. But it is not truly the first playoff game for the Mammoth until today. It's Cooley from Nate Schmidt and Lawson Krause in 1949. Intermission report coming up with Ryan Wallace. Before we get to that, we'd like to tell you that today's game title partner is your Southern Nevada Toyota Dealers Association. Thank you from the Golden Knights to the Southern Nevada Toyota Dealers Association. 1-0 Utah after 1 in Game 1. Ryan Wallace will be with you next. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor, this is the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The biggest names in the game.
Quickly in. Here's Giroux going to the net. Shoots one. He scores!
Sirius XM NHL Network Radio.
Broker license number 1001607.LLC.
You gotta go Galindo.
I'm Josh Galindo, owner of Galindo Group Real Estate. We're not just a real estate company, we're a lifestyle brokerage with over 20 years of experience. When you work with us, you get more than a realtor. You get an entire team dedicated to creating an experience you'll love. From start to finish, we make buying or selling your home smooth, fun, and completely stress-free.
You gotta go Galindo. 702-820-HOME.
GalindoGroupRealestate.com.
It's game night at Raising Cane's. And we're serving the realm with a feast of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy, crinkle-cut fries, garlicky, buttered Texas toast, and cane sauce. Skate in before the puck drops or after the game stops. It's always nighttime at Cane's. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Go, Knights, go.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible, because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
Happy Hour at Lee's Discount Liquor is on. Monday to Thursday, 4 to 7 p.m. Get up to 50% off on selected items. In-store only. From craft beers, crisp wines, top shelf spirits, and new items every week. Clock out, swing by your nearest Lee's, and save big. Lee's Discount Liquor. Make your weeknights taste better. 21 plus only. In-store only. While supplies last. Please drink responsibly.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, hit me. Shop till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
Ouch! Checked from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt. I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them. What? Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean? I guess. Their gloves come off when they fight for you. Okay. I'm talking a settlement slap shot. Shouldn't we be talking about the game? Yeah, Dan. Morgan & Morgan.
Official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Here's Ryan Wallace with the Intermission Report on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The Vegas Golden Knights Foundation supports exemplary Las Vegas nonprofit organizations that make a positive impact in the local community with a focus on 5 pillars: youth, sports, health and wellness, education, first responders and veterans, and hunger and homelessness. For more information on the Vegas Golden Knights Foundation or to make a donation, visit vegasgoldenknights.com/community. It's the Intermission Report. The Golden Knights trailing the Utah Mammoth 1-0 after the first period of play. Taking a look at the highlights in that first period, it was fairly even, incredibly physical. Very physical first period there, and it looked like we were going to get out of the first period scoreless, 0-0, but the Mammoth, they were able to find a goal with 11 seconds left in the first period on a one-timer from Logan Cooley.
It now trickles out to center. 2-on-2 rush. Here's Logan Cooley. Breaks in the right circle. Bodied by Barbashev. Then stick checks him. Got the pass away. Cross left. Back to the right. Score! Quick passing for Utah. And with 9 seconds to go in the first period, it's Logan Cooley to put the Mammoth in front.
First goal of the postseason for Logan Cooley. The assist to Nate Schmidt and Lawson Krause, 19:49 of the first period. Made it 1-0 Utah. That's where we stand after the first period of play. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Earlier today, the Avalanche defeated the Kings 2-1. The Canadiens edged out the Lightning 4-3 in overtime, and the Sabres defeated the Bruins 4-3. Here, the Vegas Golden Knights are trailing the Utah Mammoth 1-0 after the first period of play. Hey, Golden Knights fans, we know you do anything for a win and an ice cold Bud Light, because whether you're cheering in the arena or parked on the couch, the clean and crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. Bud Light, easy to drink and easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. We're back with more in a moment, presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. You're listening to the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hi, I'm attorney Adam Kuttner. I grew up playing hockey. To win in hockey, you have to be aggressive, you have to work hard, and you have to have a great team. And it's no different when I'm representing my clients in their personal injury cases. My team and I work hard to get you the maximum settlement as quickly as possible, because winning is everything.
If you've been injured in an accident, ask attorney Adam Kuttner, 702-382-0000. That's 382-0000.
Your Vegas Golden Knights try to elevate hockey to an art form. Similarly, the team at Toshiba America Business Solutions empowers the art of business with award-winning copiers, printers, document management solutions, and digital signage that help you engage and delight your customers. As an official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights, Toshiba America Business Solutions works overtime to make you and your documents look good. And with the best service in town, you'll never find your business in the penalty box. Look for us at business.toshiba.com. Toshiba, official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
For years, everyone thought Verizon had the best network, because they did. But now the best mobile network in the U.S. is T-Mobile. T-Mobile's network has the most advanced 5G, with more towers, and their signal reaches further than ever. So you can text and Insta-talk and say, "You won't believe where I am."
T-Mobile has the best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. See T-Mobile.com/network.
Hey, Vegas. Hungry for game day? Nacho Daddy, proud sponsor of your Vegas Golden Knights, has you covered with winning specials. Suit up for the return of the Golden Knight Nachos, stacked with marinated filet mignon, gooey cheese, and all the fixins. And here's the power play. Show us your game day ticket, and your first Daddy's Margarita is on us. Celebrate 9 seasons of Vegas-born greatness with Nacho Daddy. Never a dry chip, always a great time. Visit us after the game and unite the realm. Must be 21 or older for margaritas. Please drink responsibly. It's almost time for the second period. But first, here's Ryan Wallace with the intermission wrap-up on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The Golden Knights will go on the road for games 3 and 4 of their first-round series against Utah. Join the team's official watch party for Game 3 on Friday at Circa's Stadium Swim. There will be giveaways and raffle prizes for all fans in attendance, as well as appearances and performances from the VGK cast. Fans must be 21 or older to attend Friday's watch party at Stadium Swim. See you there. It's the intermission report. The Golden Knights trailing the Utah Mammoth 1-0 after the first period of play. Stats of the period are presented by Foley Family Wines. Shots 11-9. The edge to Utah in that first period. Hit 17-13. The edge there to the Vegas Golden Knights. Utah 0-for-1 on the power play. Vegas, no power play opportunities in that first period. The Mammoth charged with 7 giveaways, 2 takeaways, 7 block shots. Vegas 4 giveaways, 3 takeaways, and 4 block shots, as you can see there with the hits. An incredibly physical first period, which is to be expected. Like, this is the difference in intensity when you get into the postseason. There wasn't a player on the ice on either side of the equation, either side of the ledger, that was pulling any punches in that first period. Ivan Barbashev was an absolute monster. At least three bone-rattling hits for the Vegas Golden Knights in that first period. Keegan Colasar, he took Alexander Kerfoot into the bench area. I mean, everybody was throwing the body. And you want to see that. That's a good sign from both sides. Now, a lot of extracurriculars after whistles. That was an interesting layer to this game as well, or at least the first period, because the more animosity you build inside of a series, the higher the intensity you're going to get to, the better the hockey's going to be. And I think for the Golden Knights, they created a lot of really good looks. Obviously, Mark Stone rings one off the post early on in the period. You'd love for that one to fall, but it seemed to completely catch Karel Vejmelka off guard. So something to keep an eye on there. Mitch Marner had some good jump. Jack Eichel certainly assertive, taking the puck to the net. Rasmus Andersson continues to activate for the Golden Knights. He was close on a couple of occasions. But I think for the Golden Knights, you look at that first period, and where Utah was successful is they were able to create offensive chances off of turnovers. And so as you move forward, as you dive deeper into this game, for the Golden Knights, they've got to limit the amount of turnovers that they have inside of the game, because that's where Utah can do a lot of their damage. Immediately off of turnovers, you saw what Cooley was able to do. He held on to the puck. He goes back to the top, and then it's just a tremendous seam pass back to Cooley from Nate Schmidt for the opening goal of the game. But for Vegas, you have to like the majority of what they did in that first period. Now you got to just find the next one here in the second. Second period action's coming up next. Dan and Gary, they've got the call. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. You're listening to the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the rewards program that loves it when you date night, bet the perfect parlay, lounge poolside, shiatsu, bottle service. Yeah, hit me. Shop till you drop. And then some. Earn and redeem on countless amazing experiences at MGM Resorts. This is MGM Rewards. Why be a guest when you can be a member? Visit MGMRewards.com for more. Earning and redemption limitations may apply to certain purchases in certain states.
At Access, we believe that music and sports are best enjoyed live and in person. That's why we're passionate about providing fans with tickets to the hottest sporting events and concerts around the world, including right here in Vegas. The Access ticketing app is safe, simple, and secure, and you can find it in the App Store for iOS or the Google Play Store for Android. Or visit us at Access.com to find tickets to your next unforgettable live experience. That's AXS.com. Access, your ticket to Las Vegas.
Vegas! On behalf of Knock the Injury Law, Golden Pipes, Carnell Johnson.
If you've been hurt, Knock is the word. Call 702-INJURED.
For Han Nakvi with Nakvi Injury Law. Imagine you've been injured in an accident. Now, do you want an assembly line law firm that treats you like a number and settles early for easy money? Hell no. Call me now for a free consultation at 702-INJURED.
Hello, I am Nikki Fargas, president of the Las Vegas Aces. I am proud to support the mission of Nevada Donor Network by sharing the need to register to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Right now, over 30,000 African Americans are waiting to receive a life-saving organ. You can help provide hope to those waiting simply by registering to be a hero. Nevadans are giving, and together we can save lives. Join us at wearenevadans.org.
Reliable service and a brand you can trust. Visit OneStopRoofShop.com. Commercial or home, we can do what you need. Helping build this community, big or small, there's nothing we can do. We're the most preferred roofer and we're here for you. Reliable service and a brand you can trust. Visit OneStopRoofShop.com.
Back to the Golden Knights taking on the Utah Mammoth in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm over inside at T-Mobile Arena. Golden Knights trail the Mammoth 1-0 headed to the second period. Logan Cooley delivers the first playoff goal in Utah Mammoth history. Cooley from Nate Schmidt and Lawson Krause at 1949. Cooley had a terrific day against the Golden Knights back in November in what was the second of three meetings between the clubs. Had 4 goals and 1 assist in that victory back on November the 24th. And he opens the scoring here. That was a 5-1 Utah victory on November 24th. More recently, here at T-Mobile Arena, Utah blanked Vegas 4-0. A month ago today, March 19th. And it's 1-0 as we go to the second period, Gary.
High danger scoring chances were 4-1 in favor of Vegas. Vegas was the better team, more physical, More zone time, better chances. They just didn't score. Let's see what the second brings us, Dan.
No power plays yet for the Golden Knights. Utah had one, did not score. 2 shots. Vegas had one shorthanded shot on goal. Underway in the second, Knights in gold, Utah in white with black numbers and light blue trim. Hannafin's breakout pass was intercepted. Utah converging on the puck. Schmaltz tried to drop it in front, didn't work. Sergachev threw it in front, and it careens out to the right wing side. Krause keeps it alive and threw it down to the corner. Picked up by Jack Eichel for the Knights. Towards Anderson at center. Anderson dumps it in. Anderson trying to rim it around. Marner and Stone converge, but everybody misses the puck in the trapezoid. Goes the other way. Krause stripped by Jack Eichel in the neutral zone. Eichel turns into the offensive zone. Got a step, but then a turnaround reach. Knocked it off his stick. Nice recovery by Sergachev. Utah dumps it in. McNabb is back with Theodore. Take the puck for the Knights. Theodore thought about going straight up the middle. Instead, he passes left wing off target. It is an icing. Bring the draw back to the Knights zone. Minute into the second period. Gary, they are still tabulating the hits. At one point during the intermission, they had it in Utah 14, Vegas 17. They found 3 more. So Vegas is up to 20 hits. Utah is at 14. So lots of hits in the first period.
Yeah.
Generally, compared to a regular season game, that number is way up.
Regular season games average around 40 hits. So far this weekend, they're well over 80 most games.
And this game not too far off of that pace. Knights clear the zone after the whistle and the icing against Theodore. Knights clear the zone. Utah propels it back in. Yamamoto gets the puck. Put it to Cooley. Stick checked. McNabb knocks it away. To the point. Marino left. And a shot by Schmidt. Saved. Rebound is loose. As the goaltender Carter Hart really couldn't move much at all. He had Gunther right in his kitchen.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if that had gone in.
Yeah, I was almost waiting for the referee to put his arm up. Utah loses the puck at the Vegas line. Eichel turns up ice and backhands it in. Knights are changing personnel. Line change brought to you by William Hill. Barbashev and Howden go in on the forecheck. Cooley breaks through. Stick check by Howden. Cooley gains the Vegas line. Opens up right wing. Sandwiched by Lozon and Howden. Brett Howden gets the puck, but he cannot clear. Here's a shot. Blocker saved by Carter Hart. That one from long distance. Vegas has the rebound. Kolasar sends it rink wide beyond the reach of Howden. Dursey checked by Howden as they both went for the loose puck. Dursey sends it ahead. Tie up in front of the Utah bench. Paterka and Lozon came together. Kolasar reaching for it. Howden reaching for it. Howden gets control. Setting up Riley Smith through the left circle. He shoots. Shrugged off by Vejmelka. Rotated to his right. Got it with his left shoulder. Utah gains possession. Clear comes to the near side. Anderson dumps it right back in for the Knights. Vejmelka slows it and sends it over to the far corner. Couple of Knights, couple of Mammoth over to play. Oh, look out. One of the Knights was tripped up. No call. Kolasar went airborne. Looked like a Utah skate propelled him into the air and eventually into the boards. Kolasar heads off. Knights with the puck. Hannafin ahead. Dumps it right corner. Clanks sharply to the left corner. Hurdle and Smith going to it for the Knights. Riley Smith joined on the near side right wing with Colton Sissons. Those guys are starting to go off as Utah gets the puck and it's cleared back out. Lozon knocked it down, starting down into the zone, down right side, down shot, tipped, up and out of play.
Vegas really making an
but
investment
I went to work on
in the
that board
physicality, trying
I opened
to
up
wear
his cheeks
down
and I said, I'm doing
the smaller
construction here.
Mammoth with lots of hits. And Keegan Kolasar was coming hard at Kerfoot, and Kerfoot dove out of the way just at the last second.
Yeah, you're right. He was not tripped. He was trying to hit Kerfoot.
Oh, no.
Kerfoot was sort of leaning backwards, so his right foot came forward, which is why, at least at first blush, it looked like he tripped him, but no. He just sidestepped the freight train that was Keegan Kolasar. Ozone draw for the Knights. Nick Dowd, Colton Sissons, Cole Smith. Cole Smith trying to get a shot away, could not. Too many Utah players in his path. Puck back to center. Nick Dowd sends it ahead. Here's Cole Smith. Slides it left to McNabb. Dumps it in. McNabb's 105th playoff game. All with the Knights. 107th playoff game in Golden Knights history. And Gary, William Karlsson missing a playoff game for the first time in team history. Theodore left to McNabb. He shoots. Knocked down. Sissons in front. They score! Cole Smith to Colton Sissons. Tie game, 1-1. Talk about crashing the net. Colton Sissons finds his way to the blue ice. Could the puck get there? Cole Smith made sure it did. The Knights' fourth line gets the first goal in this postseason. Cole Smith behind his back, backhand pass to the crease, and Sissons jams it home.
Yeah, nothing pretty about this. This is work. Let's go to the net. Let's beat them to the puck. Let's push them around. And let's eventually shove the puck over that red line behind Vanilka. And that's exactly what Colton Sissons does. Welcome to Vegas, Colton.
72nd career playoff game for Sissons. His 11th playoff goal. Had not been in the playoffs last year. Nashville missed it. He and Cole Smith last participated in the postseason in 2024. 1-1 tie, 4 minutes into the second period here in game one of the first round. Utah got it in. Utah lost it. Eichel comes in. Eichel shoots. Pad save. Eichel gets his own rebound. Checked off the puck by Nate Schmidt in the near corner. Pressured by the Knights, but Utah breaks out to center. Stone reached in on Yamamoto to take the puck away. Here's Rasmus Andersson near side of his own zone. Played it out toward Marner, knocked down. And a whistle. Linesman stops play.
High touch.
Gonna have the draw just outside the Utah line. Sissons from McNabb and Smith. They've got that backwards. It's Sissons from Cole Smith and Braden McNabb at 3:44. Get the game tied 1-1. How about that for Colton Sissons, Gary? In the regular season, 6 goals in 66 games. We know that at times frustrated, has been a productive offensive player. Different role here, but even still not producing as much as he's liked. What do you know? Comes up with the first goal of the playoffs in his first playoff game with the Golden Knights.
Well, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday about the Golden Knights lineup and whether or not you would call up Braden Bowman right away, and the response was, let's see how these veterans perform in a playoff game.
Utah gets it in. Opening 5 minutes of the second period, tied at 1. Kolasar backhands it off the near side wall, and it gets to the Utah line. Cut off there. McBain couldn't propel it any further. Utah's got to go back to its own zone. Brings up another point of discussion as Dursey dumps it in. Thrown toward the net. It's knocked down. They score! Carter Hart went to play it around. Korzak somehow couldn't play it at the side of the goal. And Utah takes the lead 2-1. Kevin Stenlund should get credit for the goal to put the Mammoth on top just over 5 minutes into the second period. It was a rim around, and it went off Korzak and into the goal. Carter Hart and J.J. Paterka were focused on the puck. It went off of Hart, off of Korzak, and into the goal. In other words, Carter Hart was trying to steer it away from Paterka. He did, but it went right off of Korzak and into the goal.
It's just unlucky, and Korzak just points at his chest and says, that's on me. Now, how the Golden Knights handle that and how Korzak handles that will become a bit of a storyline.
Extracurriculars after the puck is dumped in on the Utah goal. Pavel Dorofeev into it here. Got somebody's helmet popped off. All the players are locked up tight. And no penalties from this, it does not appear. Caden Korzak appearing in his second playoff game. Of course, he's played NHL games for several years now. He did play regular season games, 10 of them during the Knights' run to the Stanley Cup in 22-23, but did not have any playoff games that year. Made his playoff debut last season. Meanwhile, Knights have veteran Ben Hutton as another option on the blue line, but Ben has only played in 3 career playoff games. He also did not see ice time during the run to the Stanley Cup in 2023. Utah wins the D-zone draw. They get it out. Puck into the trapezoid. Carter Hart backhands it away. Kerfoot in pursuit. Gave it up. Shea Theodore banks it through center. It's sliding just wide of the goal. It's an icing. So Colton Sissons from Cole Smith and Braden McNabb make it 1-1. They've not posted the scoring on the Utah goal yet. I think it's Kevin Stenlund, though, who will get credit. And if it is Stenlund, it would be his third career playoff goal in 32 games.
Hey, well, he's the one that shoots it from the wall, and no one else from Utah touches it.
Right, so. I don't think it hits Paterka.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Knights get another clear, no icing this time following the draw. Pressure, Barbashev is steely centered, missed everybody in front. Anderson fakes the slapper. Now a wrist shot knocked down. Barbashev fights for the puck, but it's swept out of the zone. Hanifin will take it back in front of the Utah bench.
Brett Howden is holding his hand. He looks injured, Dan.
Vegas brings it into the zone. Stone, Barbashev, and Eichel forwards for the Knights at the moment. Barbashev goes off, replaced by Marner. Utah dumps it in. 6 minutes gone by, second period. Each team has scored here in the second. Utah has a 2-1 lead. Right now, the goal for Utah is Stenlund unassisted. The shot, Carter Hart sticked it away, but went right off of Korzak and into the goal. Puck behind the Vegas goal. Krause steps away from Eichel. Anderson checks him to the railing. Knights have the puck. Stone looking for a teammate at Eichel and then Hanifin. Lots of pressure here from Utah. Stone finds Eichel coming in. It's a wide 2 against 3. Stone tried to hand it off to Marner, but didn't get all of the puck. Utah goes the other way. 2-on-2 rush. Now make it 4-on-3. Rink-wide pass off target. Yamamoto shoots the puck, but it's wide of the short post. Clanks around to the right wing. Rim around, counterclockwise. Off the stick in the corner. McNabb takes it side of the goal. McNabb slides it ahead for Mark Stone. Captain gains the logo, gains the blue line, steps right. They'll bank it around. Counterclockwise, and Cole Smith is there. Cole Smith got a stick in the face in the first period. Was bloodied. No penalty was called. Sets up the first goal of the postseason. It is his 6th career playoff game. Theodore fires left to Sissons, who uses his skate to get it down. Sissons in the left corner. Protects it away from Dursey and goes behind the goal. Warding off defenders. Sissons check to the boards. Korzak pinches in. Bodied by McBain. Puck squirts in behind the Utah goal. Dursey to it. Cole Smith intercepts with McDowd and Sissons now left corner. Sissons, the righty on his forehand, then backhand. He is dispossessed. Loose puck to the near side. Korzak took the check from McBain. Smith keeps it going. Redirect just over the goal. Korzak trying to earn some redemption there with a score of his own. Just missed.
Yeah, it's a great sign that he comes out on that shift after having that mishap and immediately goes to work.
Breakout pass directed deep by Tomas Hertl. Hertl charging from the left, Kolasar from the right. Kolasar checks Schmidt. Puck comes up the near boards. Utah does work out to center. Paterka starts Carconi and cut off at the line. Hoisted back forward by Riley Smith for the Knights. All the way in it goes, no icing. Nate Schmidt back to play it for Utah. 2-1 Mammoth, 11:30 to go, second period. Vegas challenging the breakout. Loose puck near the center red. Swatted in by Rasmus Anderson. Marino goes back, missed the puck. Smith steals it. Smith centers, jammed over the goal by Hertl. Hertl to Riley Smith in the right corner. Whips it out to the left point, but under the stick of Hanifin. And then he pokes it away from Carconi. Kolasar checks Carconi. Knights get the puck back. Theodore, quick forward pass. Smith gains the line. Hertl on the right. Shot attempt blocked. Hertl again. Right point, Theodore shoots. Deflected into the catching mitt of Vemelka. Riley Smith flashing in front. Vemelka snares it with the glove on his right hand.
A good push from the Golden Knights after that strange goal. And Korzak almost got it even, Danny. Little pass from the blue line. He tips it on the net, misses, but a good shift good response from Kate.
Kevin Stenlund from Sean Dursey and Ian Cole at 5:07 as the Utah in front 2-1. 10:56 to go in the second period. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
Hey, Golden Knights fans, when we win, you win.
That's because Buffalo Wild Wings is giving away 6 free wings with a $10 minimum purchase anytime the Golden Knights win a preseason, regular season, or playoff game. This Win for Wings promotion is valid for 2 days after each qualifying game at all beat-up sports bar locations throughout the Vegas area. Get your 6 free wings on top of great drink specials, including some of the best happy hour and late night prices Vegas has to offer throughout hockey season at your local Buffalo Wild Wings, a proud partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
If you're injured in an accident, here are the things that matter. Who you hire to represent you matters.
Where they live may seem like it doesn't matter. It matters.
The Richard Harris Law Firm employs over 150 local people.
Trabajamos aquí.
We live right here. We know Nevada. We know the courts. And we know how to win.
If you're injured in an accident, who you hire to represent you matters. The Richard Harris Law Firm. 444-4444.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey Golden Knights fans, it's Shea Theodore. Let's get back to the action with Dan and Gary.
Well, the game was tied for a grand total of 1 minute and 23 seconds. Utah got one late in the first. Knights tied it early in the second, but that tie score has been broken once more. Utah back in front. Stenlund from Jersey and Cole. Under 11 minutes to go in the middle period. Vegas left to right, they get it in. Pamelka, side of his net, steers it behind. Dorofeev, Howden, and Barbashev in pursuit. Puck came off the boards. Uyghur banks it away from Howden. Utah breaks out. Lead pass going right wing. An extra step. Carcone looking toward the middle. Through the blue ice with a pass. Nobody home. Now out in front. Another pad stop. Rebound off the post. Taken by the Knights. Lifted out by Theodore. Scramble around the net. The group heads off for Utah.
Well, some good fortune for Vegas there.
Now Utah guilty of icing. With 10:03 to go in the second.
Got a little scrambly, and it is amazing. Utah, they are so opportunistic. They are quick strike. You give them a chance, a little bit of an opening, they get it on the net.
Carter Hart makes 2 pad saves at close range, and then the last attempt from Yamamoto goes off the outside of the right post. At a sharp angle from deep on the right side. Carter Hart had pushed out to prevent another opportunity from over in that direction. 2 saves there for Hart. Ozone draw for the Knights, but Utah wins it. Lawson Krause pulls it away from Eichel and banks it to the center ice neutral zone with Utah and Golden Knights benches over on that far side. Now near side of center, Anderson dumps it in. Softly it goes counterclockwise. Utah takes it. Pressure from Marner. Nate Schmidt lifts it out just before Marner arrives. Hanifin hustling, wins the race to ensure an icing.
The linesman called that correctly and quickly. Lawson Krause was heavy on the heels of Noah Hanifin, and if they had gone into the boards, it could have been dangerous. Referee, the linesman makes sure he blows it down because it was icing and prevents that collision. Krause is a big man.
6'4", 220. Drafted by Florida, but really was an Arizona Coyote from the outset. 666 NHL games for Lawson Krause. One of 4 players who the Knights saw during that 2020 exhibition in the playoffs when it was still the Coyotes. Knights with the puck, coming out of their own zone. Eichel starts it toward Hanifin, but the pass got tipped by Tanner. Stenlund backs it up. Forward through center. Hanifin knocks it down at the Vegas line. Vegas changing players. Hanifin realizes his stick is broken. He drops it and heads to the bench. Knights get the puck in. Cole Smith, Nick Down, and Colton Sissons with pressure. Forcing an errant pass that's a clear, but taken at center by Korzak. He tried to send it in, but the whistle stops play. Bring the draw to the neutral zone. 9 minutes to go in the second period. Utah 2, Vegas 1. And we will have ourselves a media timeout. Utah now with 19 shots on goal, 8 in this period. Vegas with 15 shots on goal, 6 in this period. Sissons for the Knights. Cooley and Stenlin for the Mammoth. We'll be right back. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. This is the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
The Golden Knights have one mission at T-Mobile Arena. Protect this fortress. And the Golden Knights aren't alone. T-Mobile Arena gets 24/7 power protection from EcoStruxure, the advanced IoT platform from Schneider Electric. With EcoStruxure, Arena staff can monitor every building system from a single screen. The result? Energy savings, comfortable fans, and a building ready for anything. That's EcoStruxure from Schneider Electric. Innovation at every level.
It's time to upgrade your roofing and solar experience, and Cooper Roofing and Solar has you covered. Literally. From re-roofing to deck installs, roof tune-ups, skylights, and more, they do it all. Right now, subscribe to Cooper's maintenance plan and get a 15% discount on roof maintenance. Keep your roof in top shape, avoid emergency repairs, and save big. Cooper Roofing and Solar is employee-owned and Southern Nevada's largest roofing company. Call Cooper today at 702-688-7940 or visit coopersolar.com. Cooper Roofing and Solar, proud roofing partner of the Vegas Golden Knights.
Ouch! Check from behind. Man, that's gotta hurt. I'd hire Morgan & Morgan if I were them. What? Yeah, Dan, America's largest injury law firm. They serve up justice, ice, cold, law. Know what I mean? I guess. Their gloves come off when they fight for you. Okay. I'm talking a settlement slap shot. Shouldn't we be talking about the game? Yeah, Dan, Morgan & Morgan.
Official partner of the Vegas Golden Knights. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Back to the Stanley Cup Playoffs with Dan Duva and Gary Lawless.
Golden Knights trail the Mammoth 2-1. 9 minutes to go, second period. All the goals at even strength. Utah has the game's lone power play. Did not score. Registered 2 shots. Knights had 1 shorthanded shot. If you were to go back and watch the infractions at 16:32 of the first period, you would assume that the Knights would have had at least a power play, perhaps even a major power play. Sean Dursey somehow avoided anything more than a minor for roughing. He could have been given a double minor for high sticking. He could have been given a major for headbutting, but those things were not called. He headbutted Anderson, and he high-sticked Cole Smith, who was bloody, but somehow he only got a minor for roughing. Knights have yet to have a power play in this game. With 8:50 to go in the second, puck out of play in the ninth zone. Utah gets an O-zone draw. Knights, of course, have faced deficits regularly this season. They have come from behind before and after the coaching change. But it's only been a 1-goal deficit. They've not had a multi-goal deficit yet today. They've only had a lead after the first period 1 time since the coaching change. I take that back. They've only won a single game when leading after the first period. But their only loss was when they were leading. Yeah. After the first. That was in Seattle. Utah gets the puck on the right. Line pass toward the slot, deflects away into the corner. Nick Dowd, Cole Smith converge on it near side. Dowd lifts it out. And it tumbles back to the Utah line. Vegas has not trailed after 2 periods since John Tortorella took over. They've had a lead 4 times. They've been tied after 2 4 times. Side of the Vegas net, Carter Hart covers it up. When tied after 2, the Knights are 4-0. When leading after 2, they're 3-0-1. Again, the Knights have not trailed after 2 periods under John Tortorella in 8 games. They are trailing right now 2-1 with 8:15 to go in the second period. Goals by period, Gary, under John Tortorella, outscoring opponents in the second period 14-8 plus 7. Outscoring opponents in the third period 15-4 plus 11. Whereas the first period, it was 3-3, and obviously today is -1. So that's a habit for this team with Bruce Cassidy as coach and with John Tortorella as coach. Knights win the D-zone draw. McNabb looks far side, and he's got Barbashev in the neutral zone. Stone tried to push it in, could not. Stretch pass intercepted. Intended target was Dylan Gunther, cherry-picking at the Vegas line. McNabb knocked it down. Fight for the puck is at the Utah line. Stone, Eichel, and Marner, forwards for the Knights. And Utah takes possession, and I shouldn't say that. It's Stone, Eichel, and Barbashev for the Knights. It was Marner to start there, but John Tortorella has adjusted things in-game as he told us he would. Stone dealing with two Mammoth players. Nate Schmidt reaching for the puck. He's got an all-white stick. Sort of disappears from this distance when you look at white ice. Stone, a 2-on-2, making a 3-on-2. Now Stone on the right, he shoots. Save, rebound goes behind. Stone still with it, left corner. Stone to the point. Taken toward the right side by Eichel. He shoots. High and wide left. McNabb pinching down the boards, could not get to it. It rattles out to center. Knights tag up. Eichel pressured in the neutral zone. Barbashev curls back. Rink wide left, Hannafin dumps it in. Clockwise around to the near boards right. Dorofeev reversed it for the Knights. Howden and then Marner deep on the left wing side. Marner double team to the corner, tries to escape from the trapezoid. He's centered up the slot. Anderson reels it in. The righty grabbed it on his backhand, turns forehand, and as he's pressured by Cooley, sends it down low. Dorofeev, side of the net, had it bounce off his stick. Utah manages to clear it. Anderson, look at it. Gets tangled up in the neutral zone with Keller. Vegas has the puck. Hannafin shoots, blocked. Rebound, Dorofeev shoots through the net mouth and wide. Right point, Anderson holds it in. Left for Hannafin, he shoots. Off a body in front. Left to Dorofeev at the corner. Marner behind. Sends it left and a shot. Fluttered on goal. Loose puck. Trickles and now taken by the Mammoth behind the goal for safety. Attempt to clear. Gets out of the zone. Slow moving puck. No icing. Carter Hart banks it off the near boards. It's intercepted. Drop pass goes to Tanev. Trying to wrap it around. Hart the save. And it's Riley Smith to get the puck for the Knights. He is checked on the stick by Stenlin. Vegas gets it out of the zone. Now the fourth line has been pesky from the Mammoth. Kevin Stenlin, Brandon Tanev, and Jack McBain, who we did not expect to play today. Thought it would be Liam O'Brien. Tanev wipes out of the neutral zone. Puck is sent in by the Mammoth. Tanev was clutching his face. I don't know if he's trying to sell a penalty or something. Here's a shot from the left wing by Kerfoot. Save. Rebound knocked away. Hurdle's got it for the Knights. He went down to the neutral zone and stayed on his belly and reached for his face. I don't know if he didn't look like anything nefarious occurred. He was just perhaps trying to convince the officials that he had been victim of a penalty. Did not appear so. Utah sends it in. Tip puck, so no icing. 5 1/4 to go, second period. Utah leads it 2-1. Riley Smith on a loose puck. He dumps it in. Sends it around the rim, counterclockwise. Wiegert fanned on the clearing attempt. It trickles to the side of the goal. Left in play by Vejmelka. Knights changing personnel. Final 5 minutes of the second period. Utah leads 2-1. Line change brought to you by William Hill. Dowd comes on with Cole Smith. And now in the left corner, Stone is there. Dowd. Now Stone taps it around to the near side right for Rasmus Anderson. Rink wide left, Hannafin. Threw it toward the net, off a body in the left circle. Dowd collides, then collects the puck. Dowd out near the left point, turns and shoots. Blocked. Dowd gets it himself. Down the boards he goes. Sends it out high. Hannafin a shot. Knocked down in front. Rebound loose. Now down and another shot. That's wide. Rebound tucked inside of the goal. Stone couldn't get it through. Hannafin back for Stone left side. Knights changing on the fly. Now a one-timer pad save. Rebound knocked out of the air by Stone, waist high. Whistle. They're going to say a high touch. Stone says no, it was not above my shoulder. Cole Smith whacks the boards in frustration at that whistle. Fans don't like it. From up here, it looked like it was not too high. But the referee, I should say the linesman, says that it was.
Vejmelka got over to seal his right post as Mark Stone tried to pull it from behind the net, wrap around and score. Vejmelka foils the captain.
Timeout with 4:11 to go in the second period. Utah 2, Vegas 1. Presented by Lee's Discount Liquor. You're listening to the Stanley Cup Playoffs on the Vegas Golden Knights Radio Network.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, your health, your peace, and your life can all be impacted. That's why Anthem Injury Lawyers fight for more than settlements. We fight to help you heal, rebuild, and move forward. Because we don't just win cases, we help you reclaim your life. When accidents happen, Anthem Injury Lawyers drive results. Call Anthem Injury Lawyers at 702-857-6000 or visit AnthemInjuryLaw.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
From the producers of The Crown.
You are invited to attend an interview, the position of assistant dresser. For Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York.
Comes a new BritBox original drama inspired by a true story.
As time passes, speculation is growing. Could Jane Andrews have killed the man she loved?
Starring Natalie Dormer and Mia McKenna-Bruce.
I don't want an ordinary life!
How long did it come to this? The Lady. Streaming March 18th, only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Back to the Fortress for more Stanley Cup playoff action.
Golden Knights trail the Mammoth 2-1. Utah wins a D-zone draw. Here's an icing against the Mammoth. Gary, just to go back to the sequence a moment or two ago in the Knight zone that led to a scoring chance for the Mammoth. Carter Hart had made a play on the puck to prevent what might have been an odd man situation for the Mammoth. He sticked the puck toward the sidewall. There was a teammate in that area, but the linesman got in the way. It was down beneath us. I didn't see it in real time, but it hits the linesman, and that's what led to the opportunity for Kevin Stenlund and the fourth line for Utah, and a couple of close calls. Knights managed to avoid it. From the draw, puck misses the Utah goal. Knights control it on the left side with Jack Eichel. To Theodore, but he is on the wrong side of the blue line. Takes it at center and dumps it back in as the Knights tag up. Under 4 minutes to go, second period. Mammoth in the lead 2-1. Knights have not led in the game. Stone uses his size to create a loose puck at center, but Mammoth have it once more. Nate Schmidt near side dumps it in. Around it goes. Time for the far corner. 3:30 to go in the period. Krause to Schmaltz. Pointward. Leaguer had tried, cut down, and the Knights go the other way. Here's Jack Eichel out with Stone and trying to connect with Barbashev. Did not, but the play stays onside. Barbashev steers it around. Korzak pinches, backhands it back from which it came. Eichel waiting on the near side right. Righty takes it toward the corner and centered. Missed everybody as Barbashev was knocked over. Sent out to the points. Lozon sends it low. Around the rim, Eichel in the left corner. Righty checked by Keller. Pointward, and it hops by Korzak out of the zone. Korzak's forward pass got knocked away. Fight for the puck is back in the Vegas blue line, and it deflects in behind the Vegas goal. Knights have it there. Korzak with Lozon. Jeremy banks it ahead, deflects off Dorothea and in. Howden pursues. Utah sends it right back out. Carcone in his own zone. Undrafted winger coughs it up. Pass went right under Marner's stick in the high slot. And out to the neutral zone. Kerfoot dumps it in opposite corner. Anderson back. Hounded behind the Vegas goal. Kind of chipping around. Kerfoot cuts it off and limbs it the other way. All the way out to the right point in Jersey. Handoff and a drive by Gunther, gloved. Dylan Gunther, the righty, fires from just inside the blue line. Carter Hart makes the glove save near the right post.
Well, Vegas can't afford to give up a late one here. They got foiled by that late in the first period. 9 seconds left, and Logan Cooley got Utah on the board. Vegas would like to get it even. They cannot let Utah extend.
2 1/4 to go in the second. No penalties in this period after 10 penalty minutes were served in the first. 6 against Vegas, 4 against Utah. Face off on the right for Utah. Stenlund loses this one to Tomas Hertl. Knights clear the zone. Pursuit comes from Kolasar. Couldn't get to it. Hertl rushes in. He collides with McBain. Utah goes the other way with the puck. They lose it on the engine. Anderson for Kolasar. Now Hertl back near his own blue. Hannafin takes the check. Got it forward to Smith, who dumps it in. Every inch being fought for. Utah trouble clearing. Anderson cuts it off. High slot. Backhands at left corner. Riley Smith to it. 3 Mammoth in there after him. Hertl joins the fray. Rimmed around by Hertl. To the near side, Anderson. Back down low. Smith plays it up top. There's Kolasar. Smith shoots. Save.
Yeah, good work by Smith and Kolasar to get that puck moving side to side. Vejmelka is big, and he's very good pushing from left to right in the net. It's one of his strengths, and he gets over there in time to stop Riley.
3 goals in the last 2 regular season games for Riley Smith. Finished the regular season with 16 goals and 26 points, appearing in 69 games. Of course, among the Golden Knights franchise leaders in several categories, games played and goals. This is his 100th Golden Knights playoff game today, out of 107 in team history. The only games he missed were the games he wasn't on the team. Here's an icing. A couple of years ago when Vegas had the first round 7-game series lost to Dallas, Riley was not on the team. So those are the only 7 games that he has missed. Played in all 88 in his first tenure. And, of course, last season played in all 11 and the 1 game so far this year. 4th in goals, 2nd in assists, 4th in points. Golden Knights playoff history, Riley Smith. Face-off on the right. It's Eichel with Stone and Marner, plus Hannafin and Anderson the D. Minute 27 to go, second period. Utah leads 2-1. And the draw won by the Mammoth. Kerfoot against Eichel that time. Kerfoot out of Harvard. Of course, Jack Eichel out of Boston University. Here's Cooley, works to the middle, fakes several times, and then is smothered by Hart. Never got a shot off. Knights ultimately with the puck in their own zone. That is impressive work by Cooley to get to that point.
He's a heck of a player.
He's 21 years old. He turns 22 next month. First round pick in 2022. Utah gets it in with a minute to go. Final minute brought to you by Credit One. Hannafin from his own zone with Anderson to get it out. And a whistle and a high touch. Cole Smith will be our intermission guest, Gary. Today is 6th career playoff game and his first point in the playoffs. Smith had 2 goals in 21 regular season games after the trade from Nashville.
A real good addition to the Golden Knights. Came over and has been an effective 4th-line player since arriving. Just had another look at that Logan Cooley play. He turns Anderson inside out. Carter has to make the save.
47 seconds to play in the second. Knights trailing 2-1. Left circle draw. And Utah wins it. Looks like there's a broken stick for a Mammoth player. Stenlund trying to hamper things at the other end. A shot from Schmaltz, saved by Hart. Rebound comes to the near boards. McNabb chips it in. 30 seconds to go in the period. Cole Smith and Nick Dowd in pursuit. Utah gets another clear. Cole Smith at center has to wait for his teammates to get onside. Now Cole dumps it in. 19 seconds to go. Dowd on the forecheck. Sissons lands a check on Marino, but it's played along by Schmaltz. 10 seconds to go in the period. Sissons lands a check as Utah gains the O-zone. Near side left, Schmaltz tied up by Cole Smith. The Keller shot blocked and a careen to the slot. Sissons clears, but clock runs out on the period. No penalties in the middle frame, but 2 goals, 1 per side. Colton Sissons from Cole Smith and Braden McNabb at 3:44. That tied it up. Then Kevin Stenlund from Sean Dursey and Ian Cole at 5:07. That was the weird one. Stenlund put it toward the goaltender Hart, who sticked it away, but it went right off of Korzak and into the goal. And so Stenlund from Dursey and Cole, the go-ahead marker for Utah. The goal comes at 5:07. Those 2 goals separated by 1 minute and 23 seconds in the second period. In the first, there were 6 penalty minutes against Vegas, 4 against Utah. Knights killed the lone Utah power play. Logan Cooley scored the only goal of the period, even strength goal. Cooley from Schmidt and Krause at 19:49. Gary, that's where we stand. Utah leads it 2-1 after 40 minutes.
Yeah, well, a freak goal for Utah, and that's the difference right now. But give them credit. They defended hard, and they care about keeping the puck out of their own net. They are not... Sometimes you think of a young, skilled team that they're not going to try and defend. This group defends, and it's not going to be an easy offensive battle for the Golden Knights. They're going to have to You have to work for what they get and for the goals that they're going to score. There hasn't been much transition for Vegas so far, and I don't expect that really to open up. I think the goal that the Golden Knights scored, that's the way they're going to get offense right now.
Sometimes the Knights' offense starts to click once they've had a power play.
Yep.
They have not had a power play yet in this game. Utah was 11th in goals scored per game. They were also 11th in goals allowed per game. Knights were in similar territory during the regular season. 14th in goals scored, 12th in goals allowed.